Okay, now some of you might have seen our grill stream. I'll make it public. I don't want to hide anything, but as you know, it takes 24 hours. So it's I didn't private it. It's auto privated. I can make it public. It's going to sound a little. Don't go to bed angry. Now we had a bad stream. A lot of it was my fault because I really wasn't in a grill mood. I really was not. But I felt guilty because Brosi wanted to do a grill. He was hankering for a grill. He brought some stuff. I remember a few days ago you brought it. I was like, well, it's going to rain. I wasn't honest. I was not focused, like cutting the grass. Cutting the grass. I had to do it. I felt like it was a waste of energy. I spend so much time doing nothing. When I do something, it should be something constructive at this house. I didn't want to focus on a grill. And I should have been honest with you. I just felt like I don't feel like grilling right now. That's how I felt. I'm like, I'm not in a grill mood. I like to usually when we grill, we have stuff in the freezer. We know what it is. I have an idea. I'm like, okay, we got a couple steaks. We got this. We got that. You bought a bunch of stuff and you were hankering for a grill. I don't blame you. And I felt guilty, but I was like, I don't even know. We're grilling some time. But all right, you can say your piece. So I spurred out but now I was telling you one last thing. I was not in the mood to grill. Grill time might be over, but I don't want that to be our last grill stream in this house. It was such a downer. I'll make it public, but that was such a downer. I don't want that to be our last. So now we have to do one more grill when we're both in the mood and we're both up for it and we know we're grilling. I just felt like that grill was kind of a blindside grill. That's how I felt the whole time. And then when I saw the fucking sausages were pink, I'm like, again with that fucking thing and so I took the battery out. Battery's in the garbage. You know which one it takes. Don't use that again to get a new battery. We'll order some online. That battery was because we knew we were having problems, but I guess it's my fault. I got to be proactive in everything. So yes, if basically I do everything. So if I'm in a bad way or a downer, you better do everything in your power to keep me happy so I can be your workhorse again. So yes, you need me. Don't you forget it. All right. So I wanted to share that. But yes, I was an asshole because I do feel guilty. I'm dependent and relying upon him, but yes, we're so back. That's my piece, but I do feel guilt. That's why I grilled in the first place. Like he wants to grill. You got these tomahawk things. You got these sauce. Okay, let's grill. It is a nice summer day. We're not going to all of that, but I'm like, the truth is, I did not want to grill. It was not. I haven't had it in my heart to grill for the past. Whenever our last grill was, that was the last time I felt like grilling. I haven't felt like in the mood since. So I felt very forced. That's what I wanted to say. Now you can say your piece.
If he didn't want to grill, he should have just said, I don't want to grill.
I don't want to grill, but I don't like that being our last grill here. So now I do want to grill one last time so we end on a better note. That's how I feel, but that feels like a chore. Okay, you've given me another chore to do. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I could be totally wrong. That's how I feel. I feel like I don't want to grill. I'm still not in the mood to grill, but that was such a shitty grill. I don't want it to be our last grill here. It's a bad memory, bad taste. So now you give me a project. We'll get a grill too. Please don't give me any more project. You're complaining I'm not completing the projects I have to do. Please, please, please don't give me any more extraneous projects. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. But I am an asshole, and I did spurg out, and I am sorry. It came out okay. You had a couple tomahawks, right?
Yeah, they were very good.
You didn't have any barbecue sauce? You just ate them as is?
I just ate them as they were.
I'll try a piece. It's like I do like grilling, but I just was not in the mood to grill. But we wanted to come on and say, I think we're cool, but maybe it's good. This is like therapy. We're hashing out.
Yeah.
I really, even a few days ago, when you came home and you got that stuff and you were gung-ho on grilling, I'm like, well, it's going to rain. I remember thinking, thank God, because I don't want to grill. I just was not in a grill. I just was not in the mood.
I don't need dishonesty. I need openness and transparency. Yeah, if you don't want to grill, say you don't want to grill.
I still don't feel like grilling, but I don't want that to be our last grill, so I feel like I have to do one more grill now. Yeah.
Always drama with him. He always gets so emotional. Okay, how nice. You enjoy the lovey-dovey.
I knocked over that damn thing.
I'm glad that you enjoy the lovey-dovey. Oh, it's early, but I got to piss again right back. Okay.
It's actually pretty good. So maybe bro. Doesn't taste like lighter fluid. Doesn't taste burned. It's got that grill taste. Maybe sometimes not in the mood to grill is the best time to grill. I know it's not like he works. He's hungry. I know that. I just So Brosi was right. This was the time to grill. I'm wrong as always. This is actually pretty damn good. Like, this is actually phenomenal. I remember, might be a little under. I would have left on for a minute or two, but the way I would describe it. So by the time I got these tomahawks, I got angry with my brother. I'd lost faith in his fucking thermometer. I left it a little longer. I should go by eyeball. I trusted him. I'm like, okay, give me a reading. It's going over 190. My spidey sense said that doesn't sound right, but okay. I kind of wish my brother would at least have the wherewithal to say, okay, you're doing the grilling and this, and you're recording and this, and the stuff, and the spice and all this. I'll make sure if the temperature makes sense. I work in food prep, and I could raise an eyebrow and say, it says 190, but that can't be. I just wish he would take some initiative in one aspect. That's how I felt. I felt like he wasn't taking initiative, and I got upset. So though. But yes. High stress for both of us. Yes. And a bunch of dishes. But now I'm in that mood. Yeah, this is pretty good. It actually came out okay. I would have left it on a little longer. I guess my complaint is you work in food prep. You should have said, hey, something's not right here. I thought you'd have had lifted an eyebrow. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, well, the thermometer says this. I don't question God, the thermometer. Tomahawk actually came out pretty damn good. Yo. Fly away, Gritty. Oh, it's going pretty decently. Have as much as you want. Don't feel like you have to be even. If you come home tomorrow and you want a tomahawk, just eat one. Don't. Yeah, it came out okay, but yeah, it's like I don't trust your thermometer, and now I gotta be like, okay, I got a lot going on. I gotta worry about a thermometer that's not accurate. Like, could you at least? I mean, you're the thermometer guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a bit fatty, but it came out. You had 2 pieces.
I had 2.
Over under how
stuffed. The 2 that I had were a little dry, a little short.
Would you take the first 2 or the last 2?
I just grabbed the first 2 I saw.
This is a little under. You want to try a piece of this?
I guess I'll take a bite out.
Yeah, take a bite. It's like a little fatty. I think it's good. You think it's under? Because you don't want to go over. You don't want it burned and dried out. I feel it's a little under, but not terribly under. What do you think?
Accurate assertion. It's a little under.
Right. That's why. So where's the battery? I threw it out.
Oh.
Where is your digital thermometer? On the table. Yeah. We're gonna order, not right now. Keep it somewhere. We won't throw it out, but let's order a new battery. Because we noticed several grills ago that the battery was acting weird. Was giving weird temperatures. I think it needs a new battery. And I should. But I have so much on my mind. But I should have said 190 doesn't sound right. It does not sound right to me. Something's fucked up. Try again. But no. Later on, I know he's hungry. I know that. But it's like, don't eat the sausages until I'm ready to cut them. I always cut them in half. You eat them. You're so hungry. I'm like, it's pink. The fuck? You told me this was done. You told me this was over. It's still fucking pink. Oh, well. Yeah, I think it was a little under, actually.
Microwave for 3 minutes.
I guess. But yeah, in order to grill, I gotta be focused on grill. There's so much on my mind that I just was not in a grill mood today, to be honest. But I might never be in a grill mood again, but I don't want that to be our last grill. It was such a fucking downer. You know what I mean? Right. Some more coal. Yeah, I should open the other bag. I thought we had about a third of a bag. So I thought
decent dish.
Seemed okay. I should have thrown some more in and get some more Pam. I do want to grill again. I'm not in a grill mood, but I want to be in a grill mood because I don't want to end on that. That was a downer. Our last grill will be something special. That'll be a reward from what we actually accomplish. So maybe we can make some positive come out of this. For those of you who are watching, some positive can come out of this. It's just actually like I don't want to. A few days I'm like, oh my god, he wants to go. I don't feel like Christ. I just wasn't in a grill mood. Yeah, maybe empty this house out. Like before we move out, like a day or two before, we'll still do our last grill. We'll have the truck. Last grill. As soon as we're done, this is going either the scrapyard or the storage. Yes. I want to end on a better note because this was such a shitty note to. But you can't force you can't go forcing something if it's just not right. It wasn't right. I should have told you it's not right. I'm not in grill mode. I really was not in a grill mood. Oh, but I wasn't. Even a few days ago when you brought the shit home, we went to grill. I thought, thank God it's going to rain because I don't want to grill. I'm just not in the mood. That's how I felt. I got to be in the mood too because I do most of the cooking. So I got to be in the mood too. We will grill again just to make this right. But don't take it upon yourself. I'll let you know when's a good time to grill. I don't care if it sounds arrogant. We both have to be on board. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
No, you can speak your mind. You can say what he was flipping out on me, and I said, save it for the stream. Fuck the stream. But I guess you got out of your system now. You were flipping out. That was some good stuff. You were like, all the stuff you could be doing. You were flipping out, and I said, save it for the stream.
Because we both talked about grilling again. He did want to grill again. I got some stuff for when the day came. If he wasn't ready, he could have said he wasn't ready, but he chose not to.
We needed to eat, and all we had was this food. So I'm like, what I should have said is, all right, let's keep this. We will grill. Tonight's not our grill night. Let's
why didn't you say
get a few more steaks. I don't feel like grilling. I really don't want to grill there.
That's all you had to say, but no.
Because let's say if I were in my right mind, I would say tomahawks and sausages are nice, but that's all we're grilling. Where's the fucking steak? This isn't a grill. What the fuck, you idiot? You fucking retard. That's what I would have said. I was actually being nice. I feel like saying this isn't grill. What the fuck?
The steak looked bad that day.
Good. And we don't grill until we get a good steak.
I can go and get steak tomorrow the next day.
No, I don't want you to do that. Please don't. Don't burden me. Don't burden me with shit.
Again, you're jumping to conclusions here. If that wasn't enough, I could have gotten steak on another day.
That was enough. It's like this is usually when I grill, I know what I'm grilling. Okay, I got a steak in there. I want to do these tomahawks or these. I know what I'm doing. This is just sort of like the stuff you randomly grabbed. I'm like cooking. I'm like the chef. Here's what you have to cook with. I'm like I'm in the Navy. I'm on some ship. Here's what we have tonight. Make a meal out of it. That's not how we've ever grilled before. So this is very unorthodox on your part. So please don't force a grill on me. We will grill again when we both know what we have and what we want to grill. And sometimes we figure, okay, maybe we'll do a steak or maybe not. Maybe the embers are dying down. We've always worked together with grilling. And tonight just felt like such a forced grill. And I was not in the mood. When you brought that shit home, you're like, let's grill. I was like, oh, fuck, I don't want to grill. And we did, and it turned out terribly. But the food came out okay. So tomorrow I'll just get a pizza. And then I'm going to get a job, buy a car, I get it through my credit cards. I guess it's the next course of action. I'm going to cut this cable. Enough talk about this shit. Yeah. We've talked about a lot of things. We haven't cut the cable yet. We've talked about it. So we've talked about grilling. Doesn't mean we have to grill. In other words, if you had said to me, I went and cut the cable today, I'd say, well, it had to be done. But you didn't do that. You came and gave me a bunch of shit. Oh, we want to grill again. We talked about it. Okay, we talked about other things too you didn't take action on. So it's kind of like, well, I'm like, huh?
The logistics of cutting cable are very, very different from grilling.
You got to be in the mood to grill, and I wasn't. I was not in the mood to grill today. 2 days ago, I just was not in the mood to grill. I was not in a grill mood. I just don't have it in me. I don't.
Okay, didn't say that.
Yeah, when you brought that shit home, did I say, man, I'm so excited to grill, but it's going to rain. Oh, boy. And I was like, it's going to rain. Let's not grill. Like, you couldn't tell that I just had no desire to grill.
Well, that day it was going to rain.
Well, I have no desire to grill. Don't burn me the grill until I feel like it. Simple as. What else is going on? That was such a terrible grill, but the food came out okay, but I just was not in the mood. How was the sausage?
I only had that first one that I've been to.
That's nothing. If two of us aren't, if one of us is in a grill mood, then it means the food might come out like shit, which is a waste of time. It's like
then if someone is in a grill
it's like when our parents used to force us
to say he's not in a grill.
Remember when like the milk would start to go bad? It's garbage. Whether you dump it or you force us to drink it, it's garbage. They make us drink garbage milk. Remember all this? It's like it's garbage. It's lost. We don't want to waste food. The mood's got to be there. I don't want to drop cheese. I'm getting tired. I'm really, this was like really such a downer. That I'm like, why am I even streaming anymore? I did not want to grill. I really did not want to grill. I felt so burdened. We got so much shit going on. You're like, I got a bunch of food. Let's grill this. I'm like, I said, no, it's going to rain. I'm like, he's so hell-bent on grilling. I don't want to break his heart. That's how it felt. I felt obliged. You made me feel obliged.
All after the fact. You should have said something first.
Do not buy steaks or anything. How's that sound? Don't do anything. I got to buy a car. I got to force myself to work. I got to get the dumpster. I got to do all this. I rely on Bro C. Bro C is a good, happy worker who does this thing, doesn't have the problems. He does not have the mental wherewithal that I do, which is bad. So if I'm fucked up, you're fucked up. So you better keep my mental health happy because I'm the one who's got to do all this. Here's your saying. So I will do this one last time for you, but please don't burden me with. I will decide, hey, buddy, I'm in the mood to grill, or I'm not in the mood to grill right now. I'm not in the mood to grill, but I do want to do one more because that was such a shitty grill. I'm like, I don't want to be our last memory. It was a terrible. So we'll grill again when I'm ready. Me and me alone. I don't care how arrogant that sounds. When I alone am ready to grill, we will grill. Sound good? Don't suggest a grill ever to me again.
I'll do what I want.
I will suggest to you, do you want to grill? If you're not in the mood, I'll say fine. But don't come home and say, well, let's grill. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to get through. I felt so burdened. Like cutting the grass. It was a fucking chore. I got other stuff to do. I'm wasting energy with this. This felt like a waste of energy. That's how it felt. So, okay. Called the dumpster guy. I had to leave him a nice review. So I called him and said, hey, send me the thing so I can give you a good review. And I might need a dumpster in the coming week or so. But now we have a plan. I'm thinking we got to get it sooner than later. Let's see how this goes with the car and the insurance. What do you think? And you can speak honestly. Go. You can yell at me. You can say you're a fucking asshole. Before we came on, he was having his, and he was right. I even said save for the stream. You were basically saying, well, you have to recreate it. You were saying what? Like you were going at it, man. I said, save for the stream. He said, fuck the stream. Fuck these people. You fucking straight at it. You remember this?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't need to hold his hand. He has nowhere to go, nothing to do. He has no car. He's home every hour of every day. He can get stuff done without me. He just chooses not to. And then he gets upset when I do something. It just...
Okay, fine. No more grills so we both feel like it. I didn't feel like it. I really didn't feel like grilling tonight. I don't need to eat. Now you're hungry and I feel bad. And your heart set on the grill. I felt like I'd do it for you, but it's not going to work. We both have
using me as his excuse.
Mm-hmm. I just did not feel like, I'm being honest, I just did not feel like grilling. Today or a couple days ago, I just did not feel it. I was like, I don't want to light the chark. It's not in the mood. There's so much stuff going on. There's like another task being thrown in. I just don't want to do it. So I just did not want to do it. That's how I feel. Overwhelmed. All right, next time if I'm not sitting around doing nothing, the next thing I do has to be a task for us getting to this house. So please don't give me any stream. We might not be doing this much longer. Cut the cable. We're going to cut the cable this week. I need access to a car. Or I say, buddy, you're home from work. Oh, I'm tired. We're going to the post office, getting a P.O. box. We're going to cut the cable. Either you're going to chauffeur me around or I get a car. Either or. Because you come up, I remember the other day, so let's go to the post office, get a P.O. box. Well, let's do it tomorrow. And, of course, we're moving stuff. So it's like you've also, I know you're tired. I know you're tired. You work all day. But either, I don't know anymore. Because we got to get a post office box. It's like so fucked up. We're not accomplishing anything. You want to grill? You're attached to me. Hey, buddy, let's go to the post office. I'm in the mood. Okay, let's go. Force me to go to the post office. It shouldn't be, hey, let's grill. I got some shit. It's going to rain. I don't feel like grilling. This is not where you got to get your priorities straight too. Yes, there. I said it. There. I don't ever come across as an arrogant prick. Your priorities are, I think,
it's Sunday. We can't really get much done.
Right. I didn't want to grill. I was in a grill mood. I'll grill again when I feel like it. Oh. This would be a nothing stream because people don't actually want to see this. Just come here and like socialize. But I can get this out because it's such a like this is what happens when a spur, the pressure on a spur. It was like, oh God. And some of the people like Laffy was getting nasty. He was getting weird.
Yeah.
But some of the people gave me some positive. Thank you who was there who gave me positive vibe. Thank you. But it's just, oh my God. The stream is cutting in and out. It's like we're paying all this money for this internet. We can't even get a good internet stream connection, apparently. All right. Let's not worry about grilling. I'm going to put these thoughts in your head. Post office. Car. Cancel cable. The next time you see a tomahawk steak, I want these thoughts to go through your head first. Sound good?
It's pork chop, not steak.
Whatever. Are these thoughts going through your head? Because that's kind of how I feel.
Calm down.
Maybe it's me. I don't know. We get a bad connection.
Perhaps.
We are going to do, I don't want to, one more dumpster, and that'll be it. I don't want a fucking fourth dumpster. One more truck. All this furniture we're keeping, everything we're keeping goes to the storage. Everything else goes to the fucking scrapyard, and the other stuff goes in the dumpster.
Yes.
Let's not worry about grilling anymore. Let's not worry about frivolous bullshit. It's August now. You shouldn't have been buying tomahawk steaks and expecting me to grill in the first
You
place.
should be doing stuff when I'm at work.
And apparently, it looks like on my end, it looks like we got a great connection. But who knows? Who the fuck knows? So we got to. I can't go to the cable place and cancel the cable. I can't go to the post office and get a PO box. I need a car. So we got to get me a car because clearly you come home and you just want to grill when we got stuff to do, and that's not your fault. I understand you work.
There's a bunch of stuff around this house that needs to be moved and boxed up.
Boxed up, yeah. It's going in dumpsters, and we're gonna have a truck right outside. Keeping this box, truck, box. Fill a truck, fill a dumpster, and then the last load will go to the scrap metal place. That's what we're going to do. Can't do that because we don't have a dumpster or a truck right now. That's what we're going to do. I now have a plan, and it doesn't involve grilling. I just grilling, we got to eat, but it's like I don't want to stop and grill and light things up and talk to these assholes. We got stuff to do. You complain about me streaming, but you're asking me to grill when you know I stream every grill. It's like, so what? Why am I the bad guy? No, you can be honest. I am being a bit of a dick. I'm sorry. It's just the two of you, Donna and Grid. So say hello to yourselves. No, it's good we air our dirty laundry because no, I am trying to apologize. That was a bad grill. I don't want to end on that note. There's so much to do. Like I said, last paperwork, shred stuff. We got so many tasks. I kind of feel like grilling was like like cutting the grass. It was adding an extra extraneous task. That's how it felt. It feels like you're burdening me with like yet another task, which we don't need. I cut the grass. I don't ever want to cut it again, but I might have to. This grill was forced. Maybe I'll do one more to make it right. But it's like we don't need grilling and grass cuttings. We got to get other shit done. You know what I mean? And it's my fault. I do nothing. Yes, I'm part of the problem. So why would you want to then add like another chore on top of it? You're saying, man, you're a fuck up, OC. You're not doing this, that, and the third. Let's grill. It's like, what the fuck? Did you think that would like lift my spirits or something? Or
you said you wanted to grill again.
But I didn't say when I wanted to grill. Okay, good. I don't want to grill until I tell you. If you're going by what I say, good. I'm not giving orders. I'm not giving orders. We will grill when I say so.
You make it up as you go. It's always convenient for you. We couldn't go anywhere or get anything done today. Today is a good day to grill. So there's stuff to grill.
That's what Bro C is thinking. Oh, it's a Sunday. Let's have a. So we're on Bro C's time. We got to be on the same time. Okay. Don't buy anything. Don't expect me to grill. Don't come home expect me to grill. It's not going to happen. We got to go shopping so I can buy some stuff that I want to grill, and we will pick a date to cook. This is too much. This really is like, just get out of this house and you want to grill. I don't want to grill. Fuck grilling. I have time for this shit. We have time to stream. Sit down, stream. That was such a bad grill. Yes, another fucking dumpster. We need one more. What do you think? Well, maybe not. Buy a car. What do you want to do? You have an opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Go ahead. Why don't you speak your mind? You're always saying what I said. I want to grill it. What does Bro C think? Because Bro C doesn't speak his mind. Go ahead, Bro C.
I want you to do the things you can do without me when I'm not here.
Okay.
There's all that paperwork that's important.
Right. So let's say you make a bunch of garbage bags to throw out. What do you want to do with them? She's asking about another dumpster. You don't have a plan. He doesn't think that far ahead. I got to be the planner. So it's on me. When I'm fucked up, you're fucked up because I'm the designated planner, apparently. So you don't want to dump extra plans on me for your own sake. You want me to be in plan mode. So you got to lift my spirits and get me in plan mode, not say, let's grill.
What the hell are you talking about? We both agreed we need one more dumpster. We just got to get one more dumpster.
Well, that's why you talk to Dominia. She's asking me, want another dumpster? She's asking.
Yeah, we need.
What does Bro see as an opinion? Speak your mind to Dominia. Forget about me. Okay, I used to tell you, and our mother and our father, or retard and our sister, I said, hey, I'm an asshole. Fine. For once, can you like talk amongst yourselves without me? It was easy to make me the bad guy. They were so afraid to criticize each other. My brother would say, my mother's fucking up. My mother would say, I don't like that my daughter did that. But when they get together, instead of criticizing each other, it was easier to make me the bad guy, the scapegoat, the black sheep, than criticize each other. You and Dominia, forget about me for a minute. Forget about what I said about grilling. Go ahead.
No,
Dominia wants to.
He loves to tell
Not he.
That.
You shouldn't be talking about me.
Dominia. No. Fuck you. You just spewed out a bunch of nonsense that you make up to make yourself feel good and justified. All nonsense, all not true. So yes, we need another dumpster. I have to go get the money. I have to go to the bank. I have to plan this. He's just fucking here. I know what he's talking about.
So if we listen to that paragraph, about more 2/3 or more was focused on me. After I said, "Can you try for once?" A couple sentences not about me, but I guess you can't. So you see the role I have to play.
You set it up that way. You never leave things alone. You never let it be. You always obfuscate and misconstrue things. Oh, you just went on a tirade for 5 minutes. Oh, don't make it about me. Well, no, I have to address what you just said. Piece of fucking garbage that you are.
He's right. I'm a piece of garbage. When my brain is all over the place, so saith Dominia. I make a list, I've made lists, and I forgot like multiple notebooks. Like, what list is this? Yeah, I executive function. My lists become like messes. She makes a list of what needs to be done, and it helps alleviate the anxiety, all of the shite. I don't know. Lists become anxiety in their own right, but I.
Plus, no lists go missing. Some new lists are made, and we just have a whole bunch of lists. What was this list about? I forget.
That's true. I'm glad we streamed this. That was okay. The food came out okay. It was just, it's not about you or the grill or the grass. It's just all this extra shit on top of the other shit I'm not accomplishing. It's just getting to be too much. You're seeing me spurg out. We're in August. This has to end. This disaster has to end. So much work to be done. Ugh. Fine. We got to get rid of it's gonna be heavy. Let's get that fridge to the fucking scrap metal place too. Get some money for it. Not leave for the fucking. The only thing I'm gonna leave is the oven stovetop range. Let him pull that out because it's gas. Does the dryer use natural gas or I think it's electric heating?
We'll have to take a look.
I want to take the washer, the dryer. They're old, but I own the washer. We own the dryer. We own the refrigerator. We own the freezer, and we own the oven stovetop thing. Oven stove. It's a mess. Let him take care of that. The rest of the stuff, fuck him. Let's take it out and or are we doing him a favor? So you get rid of it anyway.
That's a good point. Well, we can get some money for it. Why not?
Well, first, let's get everything out of this house. I think we got to do things backwards. Get a car, get a job, get out of the house, and then find a place to live. We got to do everything backwards. Yes. We do. We still got furniture, some chairs to throw away. We still got some furniture we want to keep. We got the stuff over. We got to take the stuff and just get out of this house. I don't like forced. You were getting kind of weird during the grill. You kept saying a bunch of like weird foul. I put you in a timeout for like 10 minutes. You were misbehaving. No, I can't be forced into a grill. And right now, my mind is not in grill mode. My mind's already overloaded with all the other shit. I'm not in grill mode. It wasn't getting my mind off of things. It just made things worse. It was not a good day for a grill. But the food came out tasty, so it was maybe that's the thing. I work best when I'm miserable. So maybe it's a good thing I'm getting more miserable. Maybe I'll work best with the timeline. Executive functioning, ADHD, autism, all these things put together. But it sucks. It really takes a toll on all of us. But you want another beer or have the iced tea?
I'm just doing some iced tea.
Maybe I switch to tea. We actually came on. See, I like honesty. I don't want to hide this. Not everything's going to be roses all the time. People say, "Oh, you're so toxic, OC." No, I show my real self, which a lot of other people. I guess YouTube is all just bullshit for them, smoke and mirrors. Usually, when I'm in a good mood, when you see me happy or drunk or this, I'm usually very honest about who I'm. Right now, it's not even mad at you, bro. See, it's like we're so fucking inundated with shit, and our piece of shit fucking parents, and our fucking cunt of a sister, all the bullshit. We're spending money to throw away their shit, and they fucked us over. I'm not thinking about grilling. I didn't want to cut the fucking grass, but I knew I had to. It's like, please don't burden me with extraneous tasks. That's how I feel. I felt like I was burdened with an extraneous task. That's how I felt. I was being burdened with something, another chore that's nothing to do with anything positive and constructive. That's how it felt. Ask Bro C. Talk to Donna. Don't involve me. This is Bro C is going to talk to Donna.
Yes, we're getting another dumpster.
That should be it. We got to get all the garbage together. You know what I mean?
That too.
What do you mean that too?
Well, I mean, as we go through stuff, garbage will be created. So yes, we're going through stuff. We're filling up garbage bags. So the garbage bags are growing in number. So we're gonna need a dumpster. Hello, Horsehead. Ah, yes.
But I'll do things when I'm good and ready. Enough feeling guilty. Fuck it. If I go through paperwork tonight, great. If not, fuck it. If I feel like grilling, great. If not, fuck it. We're on my time. Give me some iced tea if you don't mind. We're on my time.
Buddy, we don't have time.
We don't have time. We're on my time. Yeah, I didn't want to grill. Please don't expect me to grill again until I say I feel like grilling. And you'd be like, well, I'm not in the mood. I'll say, who gives a fuck? We're grilling because I feel like it. And it's really, I'm the griller. I'm the chef. I'm the streamer. It really does fall on me. So if I feel like grilling, you come along for the ride. If I don't, we don't. We've learned a lesson now. As we're leaving this house and probably never grilling again, we've learned a lesson that I dictate if and when we grill. It's how it has to be because I'm the one who does all the shit. Until you can work a thermometer, I don't want you burning me with grilling. That's how I feel. I don't want to be an asshole. I know I am. I should be grateful to have him, and I am. It just feels like, buddy, this was not the day to grill. Oh, I don't want to hear grilling ever again. I don't want to hear it from you. I'll let you know if and when I feel like grilling. Keep like I don't care if I come across like an arrogant asshole. That's how I feel right now. I will let you guys know if and when I feel like grilling again. And when I do, if you say I don't want to be there, I'll say, fine, you stay inside. I'll just grill by myself. I can do it by myself. I don't, Poorly, we grilled earlier. It was a bad grill. I wasn't in the mood to grill, but Brosi had his heart on grilling for several days now. He wanted to grill a few days ago. It was going to rain. I got angry, upset. I know what a piece of shit I am, but I can't help the way I feel. My emotions are, we got too much going on to worry about fucking grilling. Like cutting the grass, I had to do it. I didn't want to do that. It's like grilling is like cutting the grass. It's like a fucking extraneous chore that I don't want. But I don't want to break his heart and tell him this isn't the time to fucking grill, little boy. I want to say, well, he helps me. I got to be nice, big brother, little brother thing. What I feel like saying is fuck grilling. I feel like saying that to you 3 days ago. That's what I felt like saying, but I didn't. I bit my tongue. I felt like saying fuck grilling. I don't want to grill right now. That's how I feel.
Yeah, he could have said that and it would have been fine. He's making up all this nonsense about broken hearts and whatnot. He could have said, I don't want to grill, and I wouldn't have cared.
Good. I don't want to grill. We can put stuff in the oven. The oven's staying in the house. We can cook stuff in the oven. We'll still cook, but I don't want to grill right now. Too much to worry about. Next time you feel like grilling, let's go to the post office and get a PO box. Next time you feel like grilling, let's get another dumpster. The next time you have a grill thought, say, hey, I feel like grilling, but you know what? We need to do this. And I'll say, okay, bro, see, you're right. It's a lot of work, but we got to do that. Keep me on point with stuff that has to be done. Don't give me outside tasks. Grass is cut. Got it all done in one day. Thank Christ. It can rain all at once. I don't want to cut that fucking grass ever again. Oh, my God. I can make it public. It auto-privates. I'll make it public. It's a very bad grill stream. I think what it boiled down to, well, you tell your story and I'll tell mine. It was the food came out okay.
Yeah.
But you can tell them.
So the two of us have wanted to grill again. We both discussed, yeah, we want to grill. We should get some stuff. So I got some stuff a few days ago. It was going to rain. We couldn't grill, whatever. Yesterday, he decided to cut the grass because it was going to rain. So I said, okay, fine, cut the grass. It's a better idea.
He was heart set on grilling. I'm like, I'd rather cut the fucking grass.
I did not have my heart set on grilling. This was a mutual agreement between the two of us. We both wanted to grill. Since he doesn't have a car or a job, he can't go get stuff to grill. But I work at a grocery store. I can. So I did. I got some stuff. And it wasn't convenient, so we put it off for a few days. Today it was, and things went awry.
I guess that's more or less it. What happened was I was not in grilling mood, but I didn't want to break Brosky's heart because he does so much for me. He wanted to grill. I said, okay, we're still in this house. It's a nice day. Okay. He got some tomahawk pork chop, which I like, and some sauce. I like. But usually when I grill, I kind of know what we have in advance. We got some steaks, we got this, so I'm basically just grilling. He wanted to grill a few days ago. I said it's going to rain. And at one point, I asked him to tempt the sausages, and he told me that they were like 190. I remember thinking that doesn't sound right, but I said okay, maybe. And later on, he was eating because he's hungry. I know he's hungry, but I always cut them in half first. So you were eating. I know you're hungry, but you're eating. I get that. Part of me is like, yes, he's hungry. You worked all day. You just eat. I didn't even cut them yet. You start chewing into. I'm like, they're all pink. I'm like, there's no way these could have been 190 if they're this pink. So something's really wrong. You had one task to do, which is give me the temperature. I do everything else. You should have had the wherewithal to say it says 190, but that doesn't seem right to me. I'm in food prep, and something doesn't look right here.
How would I have that wherewithal? They looked like they were cooked. We took them off. We temped them. There was no indication to me otherwise.
Because at 190, when you take them off, they're already going to be like super like crispy. I remember looking, I'm like, these don't look like they're 190, but I'll trust Bro C. He's the expert. He's got the thermometer, and he's the the food prep guy. But no, yet another task I got to do. So if we're gonna grill, that's why I'm getting assholish. When we grill, Bro C's an assistant, but he needs to be given instruction. Otherwise, basically, it's me, 100%. So if I'm not in a grill mood, we don't grill. It's 100% me. Because I got to be on top of everything, including the temp checks. So it's okay. So I'm not in the mood to grill yet. I'll let you know if and when I feel like grilling. And you will be my assistant. And if I don't feel like we won't, it's not up to you to choose a grill. It's not within your repertoire. I'm the grill guy, and this was not the day for me to grill. Yes, that's what I said too. I said, yeah, mistakes happen. Shit happens. I understand. I fucked up many times. It was just like, I'm like, he's eating. I know he's hungry, but I'm like, wait, I didn't even cut them yet. They're still hot and cool. I got to cut them. He's eating because he's super hungry. I understand. And maybe what I should have done is I should have said, buddy, we're not going to grill. The shit you bought, I'll throw it in the oven. When you come home today, you can eat it. That's what I should have done. But you were so set on grilling that I didn't want to break your heart, basically.
That's on you. You could have said, I don't want to grill, or we wouldn't have grilled.
I do want to do one last grill because that was such a downriver grill. But the food came out okay, but it was such a downriver grill that maybe we'll do one more. But right now, it's so much. I just feel like I shouldn't even be streaming right now. But now I feel like, okay, now it's such a waste of a day. This grill took up too much time, and all the fuck-uppery wasted. This is waste. Today's a waste. Let's stop wasting time. Cutting the grass had to be done, but it was a waste. I'm tired of wasting days. So, yes, I do a lot of nothing. That's on me. Today we did a grill. That's on you. Cutting the grass had to be done. It's a fucking pain in the ass. That's on Mother Nature. I'm tired of extraneous forces fucking things up. So let's stop fucking things up with unnecessary things. That's how I feel. We got to cut the cable. Next time you want to grill, let's say, hey, let's grill. I'll say, no, get in the car. Let's go to the fucking cable company and cut the cable. It's the next time. Okay, that's what we got to do. We got to do things that are like, productive. It's hard being a spurg, fuck up weirdo, autistic, ADHD, whatever the fuck I am. I know it's hard on you having to deal with me as a burden. But then you kind of rely on me too to some extent because in case no one's noticed, you've seen our grill streams. Who does the planning, the prep, the everything? I mean, no offense, but do you really think it's a 50-50? Do you see us as even? I'm be honest now. I know it's like an asshole. I'm the one doing the work. So if you want me to grill,
you see, when things don't go his way, there's several days of a tantrum. He yells and screams. So that's why it happens. I could do it, but he's going to throw a tantrum.
Me? A tantrum?
Yes, he was about.
But yes, I'm a major part of the problem. That's why I feel the guilt. But I spurg out in the moment because it's all moment related. I'm like, why is this sausage pink? You're eating this. You told me it's 190, which is way. I mean, if it's 190, you can tell it's 190. How you thought it was 190, but could see it clearly wasn't. That's what blows my mind. Because as soon as I cut it up, I'm like, this isn't fucking. This isn't what. No way this got to 190. What the fuck? That's why I'm like, what the fuck? That's why. Because by the time I got to it, it cooled, so I didn't know what it looked like fresh off the grill. You knew. You just said, all right, my thermometer says 190. There's no way this is 190. I know enough now that I can confidently say something's wrong here. Okay, let's investigate. Or, hey, you should have said, hey, something's wrong. It says 190, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. Okay, let's just. But it's my fault. I got to be 2 or 3 stairs ahead. I get it. That's how I feel. Like, you could have said, it says 190, but something's not right here. And we know that fucking thermometer's been fucking up. But that's your thermometer. So I left it to you, but I got to be in charge. Okay. Battery went in the garbage. Tells you we'll order some online. Let's not use that one ever again until we get a brand new battery. It needs a new battery. It's been fucking up. We know it's been fucking up. Correct? Is that at least true? The last couple grills, it was giving weird readings. You admit this, right? Or you disagree?
Yeah, we were unsure if it was working or not.
Horace says it's best to always assume good intentions. And what do they say about the road to hell? Horace said, you ever heard the saying, but what is the road to hell paved with? Thank you, Horse. Thank you. Yes.
And also, do you know why we should never assume?
Yes. And what happens when you assume? You make a what out of you and who? No, it's set for Fahrenheit, and it was the last couple times it was fucking up. But it's his, and he works in food prep, so this is his area of expertise. Apparently not. Now, okay, now I'm getting yet another thing I got to do. Okay, batteries in the garbage. It tells us what type it takes. We'll order some online. We'll try again. Okay, so basically, we can't grill unless I'm 100% focused because I got to do 100% of everything. Procy just holds the camera, looks pretty, pours a beer. That's what Procy. Okay, now he's like an asshole. I know I do. Okay, fine. I'm wrong. I probably am a dick.
Very nice.
Okay. But the food came out okay. And if you want to come home tomorrow, just nuke it for a bit. We'll have food for tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So maybe in the long run, you know, I can tell myself, you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. Can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. The tomahawks came out beautifully.
Yes.
So it was food-wise, it was a success, despite the thermometer and my spurg out. The actual grilling was a success. So, hey, let's look on the bright side. I saw her today at the reception, a glass of wine in her hand. I knew she would meet her connection. At her feet was a footloose man. You can't always get what you want. Try sometimes. Just might find you get what you need. So at least the positive for all the drama today, and let's not bicker and argue over who was right or who was wrong, buddy. Let's not. The food, the tomahawks came out good.
Yes, they did.
They tasted like very not charcoal, not lighter fluid. They had that cooked grill, that you can tell it wasn't from an oven or you can tell it came out of a grill. It had that charcoal. You know what I mean? Not charcoal-y, but it had it came off a grill. You could taste, it was well done. I would say if it tastes a bit under, just nuke it for a minute or so.
Yes, yes.
So at least that was a success. So yes.
What games on the NES are you playing?
Now, she is your daughter or your wife? Who's she? You've got two females living with you. You got to specify whom the she is. I haven't funnel cake in years.
Yeah, funnel cake's really good.
I would love some funnel cake or some Zeppelis, as they call them at these Italian pizzerias, or Navajo flatbread. It's all basically the same thing. I haven't had funnel cake. I'd love for some funnel cake. Man, let's go to the fair. See, no, I would love to go to the fair. We can't do that now. Let's not plan about fairs or vacations or grills or whatever the fuck. Every plan we have has to do with getting out of this house. I think we're in that mode. So maybe we need it today. But yes, if we can get the fuck out of here and get life normal, and if the positive vibes, like Donna and Parker Peters and several others were giving us positive vibes, they basically said, and they seem sincere, they said, listen, we know what you're going through. It sucks, but hang in there. It will get better. I hope so. Maybe next year, we'll be like, thank God. We got a nice little place. Hey, they even let us grill outside. We can do a grill because, hey, I got my neat bucks, or I work a shit job, or a nice affordable housing, and the job. Let's fire a steak on. Hey, fuck, we're on vacation. Let's go get some funnel cake, man. Let's drive up to Buffalo, man. But we're not there yet. We're still going through this. You get to share and join us as we go through this. You're welcome, Starlings. Well, where's your daughter? Is she safe? Is she wandering the neighborhood? Where the hell, It's only 4:30 there.
Do you know where your child
I got to, it's 4:35 Pacific time. Do you, Horsehead, know where your fucking 6 or 7 year old daughter is? Oh, it's like we found her walking on the interstate. Oh, I was playing my video games. I thought my wife was watching her. No, today was your day. No, I'm sure you asshole. That's a whole other can of worms. She's in her room coloring. Okay, that's cool.
Very good.
Coloring. Yes, I'm sure your daughter is a nice little girl. I hope she's coloring and not like pulling wings off of flies or something. But okay, I'm glad she's coloring. Okay. She'll come in when the streetlights come on. Hey, she's a latchkey kid. Horse is like, that's the better method. Let the kids raise themselves. Maybe Maybe Horse has the right idea with the latchkey.
You don't want them to be too weak.
You don't want to be, you're too fucked up or too dependent. Oh, we're aware of where she is at all times. Are you sure? Or you just think that? Oh, yes, she's in her room coloring. She's outside. My mommy and daddy think I'm coloring, but I'm out here in the backyard with the neighbor boy. Let's give it a little kiss. Show me your pee-pee. Let's play sprinkler. I'm just saying, Horse. Kevin Meebanks, long time no see. It takes the drama to get this asshole to come out. How are you, Mr. Meebanks? Brothers quarrel. Well, we have them from time to time, but I guess we always seem to get it back together. I don't think this means we're going our separate ways just yet. I mean, you can ask Bro C. I can't speak for him. We get iceberg out, but he can be disappointed. We usually this isn't going to like wreck everything. It's very much today and tomorrow to be like, I'll private that stream. Yeah, it was a bad girl. Fuck it. It'll be like yesterday's news. It's because it's so current. It's like on my mind. But you disagree. You probably think I'll bring this up for the next 2 months. So go ahead. You tell me. Well, no. This is in the long run. A fucked up grill when I wasn't in the mood, but the food still came out okay. In the long run, this won't matter. This is like nothing. What your parents did to us, they did me work. Those are real. This is just we had one bad grill, and I was an asshole. And this isn't like something to fall apart over. Just in the moment, yes. I will spurg out in the moment. This isn't something to worry about for weeks on end. No. At least you know what day Fly dismembered. Okay, that's good. At least you know. Yes. She's 8. Okay. Well, if she were 14, they wouldn't be playing show me yours, I'll show you mine. They'd just be, fucking in your basement while you play video games. So, of course, she's not 14 yet. Yes, exactly. Horse seems kind of naive about children, doesn't he? Yeah, when she's 14, she'll probably be sneaking boys in the basement. And you'll be like, oh, she's in her room coloring. Let's play video games, honey. Listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate, Horse. Yes, my favorite asshole, Mr. Meebanks. Yes, that would be you. Yes. I don't dislike you. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think you're malicious. But yes, it's funny. You and Dumb were going at it. Yes, I agree. Dumb left some very underhanded comments. But I kind of feel like I take on Meebanks. Let's say James and I were at some like psych ward together. Like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Dumb and I are like patients in this psych ward, and we're sitting at this table. We're in our gowns. And Meebanks, he works there. He's an orderly or a short order cook. He works for the institution. And he comes over. We're sitting there at the table. He comes over. Hey, James, how's my favorite DUM? And James is like, oh, I love you, Meebanks. Here's some ice cream for you. Oh, Meebanks is great. Eat up his ice cream. So, and then me, I'm also a patient. I'd say, hey, Mr. Meebanks, I heard you talking to some of your other staff members about your thoughts on, this principle. Well, here's what I think. And you'd be like, and Meebanks would be like, oh, that's great, buddy. Oh, see, here's a nice shiny quarter for you. I'm like, thanks, asshole. You can, appease someone like Dumb with ice cream. It don't work on me, man. So that's how I feel. I don't think you're a bad person. I just think with Dumb, you can play the, oh, here's some ice cream. Oh, Meebanks is great. Hey, Meebanks, what's up? How's life? Here's a nice shiny quarter. It's like I'm too self-aware. Dumb might not realize he's a patient in that house. I am. So, yeah, patronizing doesn't go well with me, Meebanks. You should know that by now. I was 14. I was way too young. You were Chad or Chad Light or high tier normie. So, hey, you had your rite of passage. Amen. Amen. And how old is the girl? 11 or 12? Because you got to think about your daughter. She might, even if she's not a Stacy, if she's like a lower tier Becky, some dude will plow her when she's like fucking 13. So, hey, man, I'm not even trying to be an asshole. We're just being realistic about these things. You're like the only person here. Well, I guess Donda, but her kids are older now. Most people here don't have children. So,
yeah.
She was only 16, with eyes that would glow, but she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. Why did you give your heart so fast, boy? It never will happen again. You were a mere lad of 16. I've aged 1 year since then. She was only 16, only 16. With eyes that would glow, but she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. You made me think of Sam Cooke, so I want to sing.
Lovely.
OC, come on, this is low hang. Look, me and my brother had an argument. We're sharing our dirty laundry. Today's the day of airing dirty laundry. I'm actually not knocking you or your daughter specifically. I'm talking a generalism that I imagine all parents must think about, unless they're busy playing video games while their daughter is coloring. I'm talking like almost in a general sense. Before you take it personally, I mean, isn't this stuff you think about, or is everything's fine? I'm talking kind of. I'm using you as the example, but I'm talking more in a general sense. I don't have kids. I'll never have kids. I wouldn't even want kids. I always said it would be nice if some chick was like, man, I want to have 10 kids with you. I'll spread it. And I could say, I'll pass. I'd love to have the option, but I never wanted to be a daddy. From the time I was a kid, I used to look at my father and say, I don't want to be this. But for those who do have children, you're one of the few. Are these not things you think about? I'm putting it in sort of a brash way to make you think about it, Horse. Before you get defensive and say OC sucks, as most normies do, before that, stop and say, okay, OC's bringing up some points I didn't think about or I don't want to think about. I play Wish Away and I play video games. When not? Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Of course, yeah, it's easy. Of course, yeah. You think you put it out of the back of your mind. This isn't stuff you really deal with head on. You've given her the talk. She's what? How old is this daughter?
She's 8, so probably not.
Have you given her the talk? Is 8, maybe 10? Is 8 maybe? I don't know the appropriate age. Is it, I honestly don't know. Is 8 a little too young for the talk? I don't know. I don't have kids. Thank God. Another burden I wouldn't want or need. I'd like to have had the option. I would love. I used to joke. You'll get stuck with some fat chick's kid, whether or not you are the father. Remember that? Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. I never wanted kids.
She would leave you with the kids.
I never wanted kids. It would be great to have some Stacey or Height or Becky saying, man, I don't just want to fuck you. I want you to own my body. I want to have your children. And I could say, sorry, bitch, not a child. It would be nice to have the option, but I never actually wanted. The fact that I didn't have children doesn't bother me. I would love to have the option. But I do wonder if those who are parents, because our parents are total fuck up retards. I like to ask other people. I mean, share with the childless or the child free, because I honestly don't know. It's not for all the problems I have in life. Worrying about that, I don't have to worry about kids. So thank God, because I would make it. I know. What do you think? I would be a terrible father.
Oh yeah.
What about first? Do you think I'd be a terrible father? Yes or no?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think you'd be a good father or not?
No.
No. We both agree. Neither of us are parental material. And even our sister, she probably could have had a kid. I wonder if she froze her eggs or something. Even she didn't want kids. We were so fucked up. It's like we're like a dying branch on the evolutionary tree. We're just like a dead branch.
Yeah, because I'm not very social in my own life. So you have a kid. The kid has a social life. You kind of have to interact with people. They
used to say when we were younger, could you imagine you have a kid and the kid's in elementary school and you have a birthday party? We used to talk about I couldn't handle that.
And you gotta meet all the parents. Yeah.
I can't even handle regular social shit. There's no way. I hats off to you, but understand it's like a mystery to me.
Also, I'm not a disciplinarian in any way, shape, or form. Who's the disciplinarian in your house? Or do you share it equally? Or is it you? Is it your wife? Who's the good cop? Who's the bad cop?
Yeah, good cop, bad cop. But did you tell me once you and your wife were having relations and your daughter heard the bed shaking and you had to tell her that you were fixing it? And I joked, one day the bed will really break for whatever reason, you will have to fix it. And your daughter will walk in and she'll say, hey, Daddy, what are you doing? I'm fixing the bed. For real, I'm fixing the bed. Well, how come all the other times it made that squeaky noise, but today it's quiet? You have to. I remember this. So you're kind of contradicting yourself. I remember he would say his wife and he and his wife were having relations. His daughter heard them. Why is the bed squeaking? He'd say, we're fixing it. I joked, one day you will have to fix the bed for real. Maybe it won't even be anything sexual. Maybe, I don't know. something will fall out of place or anything. Things break. You'll fix it for real, and your daughter will say, "If you're fixing the bed, how come it's not making that fixing noise?" I remember that. Okay, yeah. Worst thing you can do, says Horace, is ignore it and never talk to them about it, because they'll find out when they start exploring. Okay. I remember when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I must have been like first, second grade. These older kids, like these third graders, were talking about condoms. So I went home. I said, I must have been like 7, 8. I said to my mother, "What's a condom?" And she was like, come. And she took me to my father. "Your little 7-year-old wants to know what a condom is." So right off the bat, I know something's up, but my mommy doesn't want to tell me. So my father was like, a condom is a doctor's glove. Yeah, you already know. Like, kids are smart enough to realize something's up. I'm being lied to. I remember she went to a panic. These kids, I was in my first grade, and these bigger kids in the lunchroom were joking about condoms. And I said, "Oh, Mommy, what's a condom?" And she like the panic in her eye, and she "Talk to Daddy." And my father's like, "It's a doctor's glove." You see what kind of people are. You're gonna piss me? Right. Careful. You're okay? You have water upstairs, or?
I do, yeah.
I'm glad we're stringing. We had such a bad grill. I'm glad we're. Well, you say so. Who usually plays whom? Or you alternate? Sometimes you're good, and vice versa. I mean, oh, I thought this was recently. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a bad move. Kids can tell you're lying. They can tell something's up. I mean, that's probably at 7. I can't trust my parents. These people are fucked up. I asked one of the big kids what a condom was. My parents. I think my mother always thought, "My husband, Daddy, he does all the thinking for me. What should I do, Daddy?" Even now, like I told you, I'm not exaggerating. He's a fucking stroke. That's what he sounds like. And this fucking cunt is. I'm like, "You stupid old bitch! Don't you realize he's a fucking cripple? You should be grateful to have me, you fucking cunt." So why people have said you should have kids, because who's going to take care of you when you're older? Yeah, you could have kids and they don't take care of you. I made the mistake. I should tell my parents to take a fucking hike. As soon as my father had a stroke, I said, "Fuck this! I'm not getting involved." Dumped that on my sister. I regret it. God, but I'm the oldest. Firstborn son. I had the sense of duty and honor. That was ingrained in me by them and by society. Oh, that's good. No good cop, no bad cop. That's good. And this isn't a dig at your daughter. Not a dig. But, there is such a thing as only child syndrome. I'm not saying your daughter's a bad person, but it might be different if there was, I understand for health reasons you can't have another kid. You don't want one. I'm just talking in general. Only children, they get 100%. They get 100% of mommy and daddy's attention. Whereas, I'm one of 3. I've got me, bro C, and I got a sister. We're all within 5 years of each other. He's in the middle. He's like 2.5 years younger than me. I think he's actually closer to my sister. Me, my brother, and my sister within 5 years. So you can't get 100% of mommy and daddy's attention when you've got siblings. Well, Kevin Mebanks, I hope to God that condom wasn't used, because if it was used, I would hope your mother would freak out, not because of, "Oh my God, it's a condom." If it were used and you were handling it, I'd be freaked out for different reasons. Yes, my father gave me the same shit when I was like 7 years old. "Oh, it's a doctor's glove." I knew he was lying to me because I saw how my mother reacted. You've heard of only child syndrome. We have to keep an eye out for her feeling entitled to things, because she does get very spoiled by her extended family. Yeah, because she's the only one. Right. Excuse me. The food was good. I will say that. For as miserable a grill as it was, the food came out very well.
Yes, it did.
You okay, buddy?
I'm doing.
So we'll get back. We'll get over it. I just have to vent, and he has to vent, and he vented to me. You didn't see it. I told you. I said during the grill stream, off camera, he's all, "Hey, you fucking piece of," you don't see it. But I'm glad we streamed. This is gonna. We're not even joking. We got to cut the cable. We got to end the
Yes.
Well, yeah. If we move to a hotel, we have Wi-Fi. I'll set my computer. It's like we got to end this soon. So we got to. From now on, let's focus on. I do waste a lot of time. That's on me. Let's make our tasks. We still had to eat, but keep it simple. Simple meals. Let's focus all our tasks on getting out of this house.
I agree. Yes.
But I do now. I want to do one last grill because that was such a bad grill. I don't end on that note. You know what I mean? She was only 16, only 16, with eyes that would glow. But she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. Why did you give your heart so fast, boy? I remember my childhood. We were kids. All these songs I sang, some are retail. A lot of it's stuff from like, I got my own music that I just sing, but a lot of the songs I sing are like, maybe it is like some weird mommy, daddy, child thing. I think like when we were little kids in the car, they put on like the oldies station, whatever. She was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. We'd laugh and we sing and do our little things, but oh, she was too young to fall in love, and I was. Oh, by the way, talking about going to the fair and getting funnel cake. Hopefully next year we'll be out of this shit. We'll be in a good place. If everyone's good vibes from the last streams come true. Me Banks, man. Not now. When are we doing Princeton Record Exchange and the Cream King and Bucks County Playhouse and the Martin Guitar Factory in Nazareth? The Crayola, we can go color at Crayola Factory in Easton, man. When are we getting together, man? All the Starlings keep asking me. I'm like, well, it takes two to tango. You got to ask. Ask me, Banks. He's too busy giving dumb his ice cream. Ooh, ice cream. And me, the quarter from behind my ear. Like, thanks, man. Hey, man, when's Bucks County Playhouse, man? He and I were close enough. We can meet up with him. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be like a trek. Like going to see Dumb was like a 3.5 hour endeavor. He and I could meet somewhere halfway within less than an hour. But that won't happen unless Me Banks gives his blessing. So the next time one of you assholes asks me, when you meeting with Me Banks? When you're going to, pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about 10:30. You got to ask fucking asshole here. Ball's in his court.
All the Starlings want to know.
And the answer is never. That's cool, but they got to hear it from you. You can't always make me the bad guy. You can't just keep pulling a quarter out of my ear, man. That shit I'll only tolerate for so long. I'm not James. I'm not getting excited over an ice cream and a tummy rub. You know who I am? I'm occupational fucking click. Yes, like James, I'm also a weirdo fuck up, but I'm not easily amused like that, man. You should know better. Notice how he gets mum. We'll probably never meet up in real life. That's not the point. The point is, Me Banks won't just come out and say, I'm scared, I'm afraid, I don't want to know you fucking creep. Instead, it's, oh, here's a nice shiny quarter. Go fuck yourself. That's how I feel with Me Banks. Yes, he and I are close enough where our areas overlap. We don't have to go to each other's houses. We can meet up someplace mutual within half an hour, 45 minutes of both our homes. He and I are very close geographically, but very far apart emotionally. So I'm glad we met Dumb once because it was nice to me. It was fulfilling. I don't think Me Banks is anything fulfilling, but hey, the ball's in his court. And what was Horse saying? Ah, yes. Well, summer's coming to an end, man. We could have gone next summer. We go to the Cream King, get some ice cream. We've never been. Neither of us we've driven by it many times. We've never been to that Cream King on 31 there. Man, I've never been to the Guitar Factory in Nazareth. I'd love to do that. That'd be fun. I've never even been to the Crayola Factory in Easton. Driven by it many times. Never taking a show. Hey, see Ween and New Hope, man. We can make this happen, man. Wouldn't take much of our day. It would just be a couple hours and we could both go home. Hey. That's how Me Banks' mom.
Correct.
A little too close to home for Me Banks. Yeah. Who do you think I am, man? You think I've never been to Lehigh Valley before? Come on, asshole. You know who I am. You know where I live. We had Dev Pike to come over, right? It is. It means I'm angry with you, but I don't hate you. I'm mad at you in the moment, but it's not, you're dead to me forever. It's more like, you're pissing me off, man. You should know me better than that. Like, go fuck yourself. It doesn't mean I hate you. It means you're making me mad now, but we like each other enough, or so I think, that we'll get it back together later. In this moment, you're pissing me off. Go fuck yourself, but we'll get it back together later. That's what go fuck yourself means to me. Yes. If not, you go fuck yourself means you've pissed me off in the moment, but I still think we're cool. That's what it means. Yes. Good observation, horse. You're learning how a Spurg behaves. I'm afraid. What's his name? Mebanks is probably afraid of me spurging out. Like, he'll come around and hang out here, but he doesn't want to associate with the likes of us in real life, which is fine. We can't force Mebanks to do anything he doesn't want to do. And I'm not begging him. I would just like him to say flat out, like, man, I don't want to meet you. You're a weirdo Spurg. I like watching your shit and laughing at you and being nice. But I don't actually. I respect honesty. I feel Mebanks is too disingenuous or too. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't use a too negative word. Disingenuous, not very forthright, not very. What's the word? Like
transparent.
I don't want to say transparent. Not very honest. You can be honest, and we can put it to bed. Okay, you like watching me, but you don't want to meet me in real life. That's fine. I'm not offended, but at least you were honest because I'm a weirdo fuck up Spurg. Cool. He doesn't want to look like the bad guy, so he's trying to do everything. We'll meet up. Here's a shiny quarter. That's how Mebanks strikes me. And I don't really want to meet Mebanks. I just want some honesty from him. If he says, look, man, you're too much of a weirdo Spurg, and I don't want to meet you in real life. I don't want you sniffing my hair. Not that I would actually do that. Well, maybe I would. I don't want you standing next to me. Fine. That's cool. At least you were honest. I guess it's what bugs me about Mebanks isn't so much whether we meet up or not. It's because we're not going to, clearly. It's the fact that he just won't be honest about it. He doesn't want to look like the bad guy. He always wants to be like, oh. And when you're a Spurg, like I am, you call people out and say, you either play the bad guy and be honest or you shut the fuck up. That's how I feel with Mebanks. So no, I'll never meet him in real life, even though it's easily doable. We had to drive 3.5 hours to see James. Like, well, our cars make it. Oh, thank God your car got hit and we got a free rental. But to meet up with this asshole somewhere in Western Jersey or Eastern Pennsy, this is like nothing. This is like, less than an hour for each of us to meet. It's like, so it's no big deal. The ball is in Mebanks' court. And if he's not interested, that's fine, but he won't even address it. That's what pisses me off. Like, be honest or shut the fuck up. But he's gotten quiet, of course. Princeton Record Exchange, go get some pork roll, Taylor ham, pork roll, egg and cheese. Princeton Record Exchange, go over to the Cream King, get some ice cream. Go take in a show at Bucks County Playhouse. Maybe go up to the Crayola Factory or the Martin Guitar Factory. Never going to happen, but he can at least be honest instead of playing the here's a nice shirt. That's why I say asshole. Yes. She was only 16. Only 16. Well, Donna, that's the problem we have. So many normies, when they don't understand something, they assume the worst. Instead of saying, okay, oh, see, I like you. I'm a little confused what you said there, but I like you, so let me ask you for clarification. No, it's OC said something I understand, therefore bad, destroy. That's what I deal with normies. And you've been watching me long enough. Yes, term endearment. Yes, the first one went through. Yes. I'm like, didn't I click on that already? Yes. You posted it twice. We've addressed this, asshole. Pay attention, asshole. Go fuck yourself, asshole. Oh, yes. Don't go by YouTube. Go by the comments that I post on the screen. You can see the comments that I click on. You see? This is Horsehead Nebula saying, YouTube made it look like it deleted the comments, so I read it again. So whether you see that comment or not on your end doesn't matter. I see it, and I've posted it. So you can see I've gotten the comment because I've addressed it. You see? Are we paying attention? All right, one more. You want another beer or you good realize? We gotta get stuff done. It's my fault. It's really my fault. I flipped out and spurred out because of my own problems. I'm sorry, Brucey. But the food came out okay. So if the food were totally ruined, I'd probably still be spurging out. But because the food came out okay, I'm like, well, at least the cooking itself was okay.
Yes.
Oh my God. You feel this. Is there when maybe he's still upset. We'll get over this. I'll make that. The next day I'll be like, okay. It's like this like me getting upset with my brother about the grill, or me like calling out Mebanks. This is nothing to fall apart over. Like this is all trivial, drop in the bucket shit to me. If you people take it too personally, you don't know me. I mean, maybe you think I'm gonna go on this for 10 days. Well, maybe. Yes, I'll bring it up again. If I feel I'm in the same situation, I'll reference it. I'll say, this is just like that time you made me grill and I feel like it. But this isn't going to this grill thing won't haunt me for days. I hope it's going to haunt you for days, or how you feel. To be honest. I think it will. Maybe he's more upset than I am. I got to be conscientious. Where did Mebanks go? He didn't address. He at least addressed. Mebanks disappeared again.
I think so. All right. And what beer is that? That Rainier beer, or is it something else? What you drinking tonight, or this afternoon, evening for you, I guess.
I want to meet Me Banks in New Hope. I want to take in a Ween show, man. That'd be great. Me and Me Banks sing a Ween show in New Hope. Oh, that'd be fucking. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be great. We can both get there in less than an hour, watch the show, and go our separate ways. Oh, that'd be great. Many colors in the homo rainbow. Never be afraid to let your colors shine. Everything from black to yellow. Remember that South Park Ween did a song with the homo. Push a little days to make them go out. Guys, you gotta ask Me Banks when you meet me for a Ween show in New Hope, man. We're going to the Cream King, man. Princeton Record Exchange, man. It's never gonna happen, but the ball's in this asshole's court. People are always like, hey, Spurg, why don't you be more social? I can't force people to be social with me. Why don't you ever ask them? I don't care if they don't want to socialize. I wish they'd be honest. Because so many people are like, why didn't you socialize with them, Spurg? Because they don't want to socialize with me. Why didn't you ask them? Christ. Why do you give them a pass, but not the Spurg? Horse. Stella Artois. Yeah, that's the kind of beer I get and I drink when I've already had like 5 or 6 beers. I wouldn't start with that. It tastes like piss to me. I'll drink it occasionally, like a tall boy bottle. We drink it, but we never start with that. That's something. That's like a supplemental beer. It's not something you start with. Stella Artois. You're getting tired, buddy. I know. It was a taxing day for all of us.
Yes, it was.
Many colors in the homo rainbow. Never. So Me Banks has gone mom. Donda is on the coop. Horace doesn't know where his daughter is. Assumes she's coloring while he plays video games. She'll grow up and say, my parents had lots of money and spoiled me, but I'd want to like talk to them about serious things, and they'd say, "Go color while you play video games." I already see where that's going. Yeah, interesting. And me and my brother are sprigging out. Well, I'm sprigging out. And it's taking a toll on you, isn't it? The food came out okay. We got to start planning for reals. Thank you. But this is kind of like, this is an escape for me, like a socialization outlet escape in a way. Working at the same time, unfortunately. Oh, it's a shame, Donda. We don't make this a long one, but I said, let's not go to bed angry. That was such a bad grill stream. I was spurging out. So I'm thinking about all the shit we got to do. I wasn't honest. I'm like, I don't want to grill. My fault. I want to make it right. Have we made it right-ish or not quite? Or
yeah, I guess.
No. Be honest. No, you can be honest. You think what you're still like, go ahead. Be honest. This is your catharsis too. Go ahead, Lucy.
Yeah, I mean it's done.
No, it's not done. You still feel upset. Go ahead. To be honest, say you're a piece of shit who does nothing. You can be honest. I do nothing all day. All you want is some. If you're not gonna box this up or scan that up, then at least cook me some food. Remember X-Men? X-Men.
Oh yeah. Like
back when we were growing up, the X-Men cartoon show. X-Men. I'm not really a comic guy. X-Men's been around since the '60s, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
But when we were growing up, there was, what was it called? The Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah, X-Men, the animated series in the '90s, and there were these 2 scientists who made these giant robots called Sentinels, which hunted down the X-Men or whatever, and that all went south. And they ended
the Sentinels turned on the scientists.
Yeah, and they ended up. In this universe, there's this tropical paradise in Antarctica hidden somewhere called the Savage Land. And somehow these 2 scientists ended up there living in a treehouse.
Right. Once upon a time, they worked together to create these robots. Everything went to shit, and they had to flee. So they're both like, it was like, a sentence on their life. And I remember we used to joke, like, even we were watching this, we were like growing up, we're like, they're living together.
Yeah,
they hate each other's guts, but they're living. And the one guy, his name was Gyrick. So Gyrick is, I remember his name, Guy remembers very well. Gyrick's in this little treehouse they have. And Gyrick's like playing with a microscope or something. And the other scientist, can't you remember his name? I don't remember.
No.
He comes in with this giant fish. He goes, I caught a fish. Cook this for me, Gyrick. Like, it was like masculine, feminine, like some kind of like, prison rape. Like, cook this for me, Gyrick. And Gyrick is like, I am a man of science, not a chef. It was like, that's kind of like, I got some fucking tomahawks. Cook this for me, asshole. I don't feel like grilling today. You piece of That's good. I remember the one scientist, his name was Gyrick. He was just playing with his microscope. The other guy comes in like he's the man. He's got this fish. He hates Gyrick, but they're like living together for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess this other dude thinks he's like the man, and Gyrick's the bitch. He's like, cook this for me, Gyrick. I remember that. Yeah. Does anyone remember this? That X-Men cartoon show from 30 years ago at this point?
Yes.
No one remembers this? Isn't that what it was called? The Uncanny X-Men?
The Uncanny X-Men.
I don't know what it was called. I'm not sure. The Uncanny X-Men. That's what it was called. It was a cartoon show. Actually, let me look up. What's the name of the show? Hold on.
It was X-Men, the animated series.
X-Men. Used to come on after school. X-Men, the animated series. I remember in Antarctica, there was like this tropical oasis somehow called the Savage Land. It was like a jungle. And these two dudes were living there because they've been chased away by like, the Sentinels and people wanted to kill them. But for some reason, they were still living together. One guy had this fish. Yeah. Cook this for me, Gyrick. Like bitch, I went out and got food. You cook. And Gyrick's like, I'm a man of science. I don't cook your shit. Like, why are they living together? Why are they living together? Yeah. Well, the Ozzy band took the name. The comic book, I'm not a comic book guy, but it used to be called the Uncanny X-Men, right? So they just took the name and called themselves that. That's what the original X-Men, Stanley, Wolverine, all that shit, it was Cyclops. It was called, I think it was called the Uncanny X-Men, if I recall correctly. Yeah. You were more of a comic book guy. I don't know.
They would every now and then be referred to as the Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah, it was just, yeah. Mebanks, stick your finger in your ass, then pump some faggots gas because there's nothing to fucking do in New Hope. Come out to Music Fest this week, walk around, and get a beer. Is that a question? Are you inviting me to? I remember that shit when I was younger. My cousins who lived in like Easton, we'd go to the Bethlehem Music Fest. Is that you're inviting me? Okay, maybe we'll right now. We got to go to this house. I already explained this before, so don't put this on me. Don't put this on me. No, I just said that jokingly. I said, any place, Princeton, Oppo, Cream King, Martin Guitar Factory, Nazareth. I mean, any of these places are, within range of both of us. That's what I'm saying. But if I came to Music Fest, he wouldn't meet up with me. I'd be walking around. Mebanks never showed. I already know that. So it's like that. Tell you what, if everything is great at Christmas, we'll go look at the pretty lights and the giant candle they put up and all the other shit. We'll do a Christmas get-together. How's that sound? Remember that time went to visit our cousins or the bitch she wanted to go into Bethlehem to look at the lights and it was bitterly cold. I fucking hate Christmas. But okay. Okay. What about the Martin Guitar Factory, man? You and I can see our guitars are made, say hi and go, or Princeton for the record exchange, man. Was Morph killed by? He might have been. He was brought back to life by Mr. Sinister.
Correct. Yeah, I think like the first or second episode that happened, and they just wanted to show that the cartoon was a little more serious than the average cartoon. But yes, Morph was allegedly killed but resurrected later on.
Oh, Mebanks was singing Ween. That's awesome. You can you can expose me to more Ween. We'll go to one of their shows, man. Nothing to do in New Hope but see a Ween show. You can tell me this is this song. It's from this album. It's great. This song got me through puberty. You can walk me through that, man. Let's go to New Hope to a Ween show, man. Apparently, there's a Ween. I'm not a Ween fan. Ween is from a town. I don't have to explain all this. We'll keep it very simple. Find Philadelphia on the map. Can you find Philadelphia? Go about an hour north. You'll find a town called New Hope, Pennsylvania, on the Delaware River, across from a place called Lambertville, New Jersey. Kind of a fruity town. That's where Ween was from. Very accessible for me and Bro C and for Mebanks, where he is. Very accessible. It's where the band Ween is from. You can look up New Hope, Pennsylvania. I said we can meet there or Princeton or Nazareth or wherever you want to meet, man, because they're both, I won't expect you to come down the shore. Don't expect me to go up to the Poconos, but somewhere in between, New Hope, Princeton, Cream King, Nazareth, wherever you want, man. Easton, wherever you want, man. But it's not going to happen. That's fine. Just say it ain't going to happen. I'll just start singing fucking Third Eye Blind was there. Well, I guess, I remember going there as a teenager and you'd see these older bands, but I guess we're old enough now.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You wouldn't have seen Third Eye Blind 20, 30 years ago. You'll see them now because they're has-beens, but they're has-beens of our generation. Okay, yes. So maybe the fest is really for like middle-aged people. Now I get it. As a teenager, I'm like, these bands suck. This place sucks. But now I get it. I guess when bands have had their run, their heyday, and now they're in their just, bullshit phase, you can say, I remember you when I was a teenager. Okay, that's cool, man. All right, so Third Eye Blind. Yeah, okay, that's cool. You tried nothing, me Banks. I'm happy for you, man. You can tell me what album got you through the Club 27 Blues, man. I'm getting tired of talking about this shit. This guy's pissing me off. We're never going to meet up. That's fine. But he won't just flat out say, no, man, you're a freak. I don't want to meet you. He's like, let me quote Ween instead of let me pull a quarter out of your ear, give you a cup of ice cream instead of a dressing. Yes, okay. He sees us. I don't think it's malicious, but he sees us as lesser beings. Your thoughts on Banks?
I don't know. I mean, we're getting mixed messages. He seems like he does want to meet up, but he doesn't.
The music fest is ending soon. He knows. As I said earlier in the stream, he's been watching. We can't get funnel cake and go to the fair right now. We can't grow right now. I've explained all this. It's convenient. Oh, see, why didn't you come to Music Fest? I know he can't come. He can't even be bothered grilling because he's got so much on his mind. I know he's not going to come, but I did my part. Come to Music Fest in Bethlehem. I invited him. See what he's doing? You don't see the game he's playing. Climb a stair. Me Banks is being an asshole. We can't meet up with him now. Is he open to in the future? The answer is probably not. Why? The Bethlehem Music Fest is short term. It's going to end soon. I don't know what the date is. It's a short-term summer festival. We're not going to meet him in the month of August. We're not even going to grill in the month of August. Well, I do want to do one more grill. As I was saying, was anyone paying attention? I'm going to do one more grill because that was such a bad grill. We're not getting funnel cake and grilling and going to a fucking music fest. We got shit to do around this house. So he's inviting me something way short notice to make it look like he's the good guy. You understand what he's doing or no? I'm sorry I haven't said anything, you guys. The Martin Guitar Factory is always open. The Bucks County Playhouse is always open. The Princeton Record Exchange is always open. Cream King is seasonal. But you want to this is stupid games this asshole's playing. You can tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. Go ahead. You were in New York City, part of a theater group. Wow.
Oh, he was in the theater. I didn't know.
Yes. I guess if you're a Chad Light or something, theater is the way to meet girls. Otherwise, a bunch of faggots, as far as I know. Theater is always. I have nothing against theater people, but I was never interested in acting and reading lines. I guess you got to be so ultra heterosexual and attractive that the girls like you, because there's no competition. Or you're a faggot who wants to suck a guy's dick or get sucked. It's like theater for ugly fucks who are heterosexual. Theater's a waste of time. But I'm glad you had a great. You were so great. You were invited to watch Third Eye Blind on Good Morning America. Congrats. More privileged 90s. Privileged assholes. In the 90s, says Me Banks. Yes, I remember. We went several years. You remember our cousin Bobby and all that shit. I remember going there. And like, Green Day played a couple days ago. It doesn't mean shit to me now. I remember it being such a fucking joke. The band sucked. I was like, this sucks. My exposure to Music Fest in Bethlehem was in my teenage years. Everything. This fucking sucks. Waste of fucking time. That's how. Maybe it's changed. You could show me. You could have invited me like a month ago. But you didn't. You could have enlightened me, but you didn't. You know, from what I learned in my teenage years, I said this is a waste of time. I'm never doing fuck this. But you made no effort. Now he's like, come to Music Fest. We'll watch Third Eye Blind. Okay, yeah. We're not doing anything now. We're not grilling now, let alone going to fucking visit this asshole. Rolling down the street, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with your mind on your money and your money on your mind, nigga. We have the whole week. I'm not working this week. I believe what happened. Okay. Well, maybe next year. If I'm still streaming next year and we're in a good place, then I'll take you up on that offer. I'll meet him at the Bethlehem Music Fest next year. Because as you already know, as I've made very, very clear, and you've been watching, we're not even going to grill anymore. unless I do want to go to grill. We don't have time to go get funnel cake or go to the fair or go to the music fest. I spelled this out, so it's convenient. Next year he won't be around. You see the game, Ebanks, please? You see the game? Do you see the game, buddy? Or no? No, it's just OC's being a Spurg asshole. Fine. No, there's the one in Nazareth. Pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about 10:30. Just need some place where I could lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook my hand. No is all he said. Take a load off, Fanny. Clothes. Where's the address? There we go. This is Nazareth. Not Israel.
No.
Or the Holy Land.
No.
When we talk about Nazareth and Bethlehem, we're talking about Pennsylvania. There we go. Wait, where'd it go?
It went away.
Down. The Martin Museum at 510 Sycamore Street in Nazareth, Pennsylvania is open to the public. 9 a.m. to 4:30. Oh, pulled in Nazareth. I want to say the Moody Blues. For some reason, I remember my father's cousin saying the Moody Blues came around. My father, was it the Moody Blues? I get that vibe. Was it the Moody Blues? Or was it like, what was that band? The kids from Bristol are sharp as a pistol and they do the Bristol stomp. Wow. Beautiful people running into beautiful people. Yes. That's awesome, Horse. We're happy for you, man. Understand the other half doesn't live that way. That's all we ask of you. Yeah, I never cared for Third Eye Blind, but I'd watch. If they were in concert, I'd say, well, at least it's a band I recognize. I remember our kid sister. I must have been, okay, she must have been like 10 or 11. And I was like 15, 16. That sugary song, doing crystal meth. I remember she loved that song. And now my sister and I are estranged. Things went very poorly. I still have positive memories of earlier times. I think my sister as a girl, not yet a teenager. I was in high school. She was in like whatever. What's 11? It's middle school, and she loved that. So it's more nostalgia at this point. Elijah Wood and his sister. See, Elijah Wood's still on good terms with his sister. When was the last time you spoke to your sister?
A year, maybe. Hard to say.
Hard to say. You're getting tired.
A little bit, yeah.
Joan Baez. Well, I'll be damned. There goes her ghost again. Diamonds and rust. Dominion, I'm pretty sure Bob Dylan wrote that one, not Joan Baez. She might have covered it. That was Bob Dylan. The answer, my friend, is blown. Bob Dylan wrote that one. Rafter man, you don't have a place. You have time. Oh man, I don't know if you're joking or not, but that's fucking funny. Rafter man, this is a gay argument. Just pull a quarter out of my ear. Give me some ice cream. I'll act like dumb, pretend I'm happy. Okay, it's okay. No, I'm not coming to Bethlehem right fucking now. You know what I'm going through this month. I started this fucking stream saying, don't buy me any more food. Expect me to grill. I don't want to grill. I don't want to cut grass. I don't do anything. I don't get funnel cake. I don't go to the fucking fair. I don't do anything that isn't getting out of this house. You know where I'm at right now. And you can immediately say, you should come to Bethlehem right now to go to Music Fest. Because it's convenient out. I know exactly what you're doing. I don't care about you, me Banks. How are these other tards not able to see it? Christ. Yes, I'm pretty sure the DeVelles played, Music Fest at some point. Interesting. And Horse says he's 5'11". I say I'm 5'9", but people tell me I'm 5'10" or 5'11". Banderas is shorter than us. Okay, so Banderas is like your height apparently.
I guess.
Antonio Banderas, he's a man. I didn't know. I believe it, but what are you doing Thursday? I don't even have a fucking car. All right, fine. I opened this door. It's all my fault. Me, Banks, and I will never meet up. It's all my fault. Blame the Spurg. Just like blame the Spurg for the grilling thing. Blame the Spurg. How dare I say let's meet up someday after saying I don't have a car. I don't want funnel cake. Can I say this? I don't want funnel cake. I don't want to grill. I don't want to do anything that's not focused on getting this house short term. But in the long term, we're like, okay, it's all my fault. Your excuse me, Banks. Good. You get your out. Very, very well played. You and I know what's going on, but of course these idiots don't. So well played, me Banks. You're right. It's all me. Me Banks and I will never meet. It's because of my decision. Okay, bye, me Banks. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to a music fest in Nazareth, and we're not going to grill. We're getting out of this house. Haven't I said that? Did I not say this? Is no one watching? Donda, you've been here the whole fucking time. Our afterman's about to get a 10-minute timeout. He's pissing me off. See what he says? You have a month or two to pack your shit. Do we really have 2 months to pack our shit?
No,
Tell him the truth. Go ahead. I know you're getting tired.
We have
Good.
maybe a month.
A month tops. Month and a half tops. There you go. You got your out. Good job, me Banks. Bye-bye. Yes, it's all me. Fuck me Banks. Who cares? All right. Yes, it's all me. Because all the stuff I said earlier means nothing. Well, see, me Banks wanted to meet up, and you chased them away. After I said, yeah, okay, fine. Who cares? Typical me Banks bullshit. Who cares? We're idiots, and you're a genius. No, I'm a total moron. And then again, if you think about it, think about me. If you got a bunch of people who are retard, let's say you go into a school and you go into like the special ed short bus class and you ask these people who's a genius, Albert Einstein or fucking Barney the dinosaur, and they all say Barney. Would you trust them? Yes, I am sure a class of retards would say that Barney is smarter than Einstein. And maybe that's true for them, but you would go, okay, yes. So yes, you're right, Laugh You Love. You're absolutely right. You guys, you know best. Yes, Barney's very smart. He said we should share. Einstein has weird hair. Barney's a genius. Yes, I wouldn't trust a bunch of retards to decide who is the smartest and the dumbest. There, I said it, yes. So come with a you imagine a bunch of retards who's smarter, Barney or Einstein? They pick Barney. We're going to go with that. Okay. Oh, great. You know, that's a little bit funny. It's too condescending. Now you're getting tired. But it's 8:30. You're falling asleep. I can tell.
I'm doing it. Just
where are your bones from before? You're down here?
threw them out
I threw out the yard? Or?
into the bushes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good question, though. Has Horse met anyone like of note or just a bunch of like, bullshit people? Did you see Barney on ice? Horse, did you get to see Barney on ice? So I gave me Banks the out he was looking for. He played me. Oh, let's meet up. Let's come to the music fest tomorrow. Even though I know you just said you're busy all month and don't want to focus on anything but moving out. See, I invited me to come. Yeah, okay, me Banks. Yeah, I don't care what the retards think. These are the assholes who would vote Barney over Einstein. You know what you did, me Banks. You know what you did. Don't care about anyone else. You know what you did, me Banks. It'd be nice if one or two outliers could like climb a stair and say, "Oh yeah, I see what me Banks did. You're right. Yeah, okay." But they're all going to see Barney on ice. Hey, you're a genius, me Banks. Yeah, you know what you did. You know what you did. But go ahead, pull a quarter out, and I'll say thanks for the nice quarter. Whereas Dumb is sincerely excited to get his ice cream and belly rub. I'll pretend I'm happy to see the quarter, me Banks. Oh, okay, thank you, asshole. Thank you. Yes, I'm coming to Nazareth or Bethlehem tomorrow. You know the shit I'm going through. Okay, thank you. That's my fault. It's all my fault. Let's go see Barney on ice. I told you I was free this week. You are freaking gay. Well, apparently I'm not gay enough for you because I'd say, to hell with moving out of this house and to hell with grilling. To hell with it all. I must see me banks. I don't have a car, man. One of these days, but probably not. It's okay. You've gotten your out. Yes, it's all me. Fine. And Barney's a genius. Fine. It's like the Barney on Ice fucking stream. Okay, great. Pulled into. I'd rather like do something like a mandate. I'll mandate a mandate. We'll go to like the Nazareth, or we'll go. Not. Well, Music Fest is happening tomorrow. Come tomorrow. Like, go fuck yourself. But this is typical. Pulled into Nazareth. Was feeling bad. 10:30. Just need a place where I could lay my head. Hey, me Banks, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned, shook my hand. No was all he said. Okay, it's all me, Banks. It's all me. I don't want to meet you. It's all me. 100% me. Fine. You happy? It's all me. Okay, we're never meeting up. It's 100% me. Forget me, Banks. Okay, it's all me. I'll take the blame. And today's grill disaster, it's all me. And everything's on me. I'll take the blame. I'm used to it. I'm a Spurg, so I'll take all the blame. Okay. How are you otherwise, me Banks? How's life? You getting tired? You want to get off soon?
No, I'm doing all right.
You seem tired.
It's just all you're doing is pestering me, Banks. It's boring me.
Yeah, you want to come pick me up? You want to come pick me up? I'll take a day. You can call from work that day. You want to pick us up? How's that sound? You probably have to work. What day are you off? Next Friday?
I'm not going to go.
You're not going to go?
Yeah. A day to myself is worth it, yeah.
Pull in tonight. Yeah, you want to pick me up? Or Brosi can drop me off somewhere that's closer to you. He can drop me off at the Cream King. You can pick me up. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why the fuck not? So you're no longer a Narcy or a Narcy and taking ownership of Failutes. An name for a stream. Failutes.
What's a failure?
I think he's trying to say failure, but he's poor speller. Pull in Nazareth. I just wanted to meet up at somewhere halfway instead of going, because I'm coming all the way to Bethlehem. You got to take me to your house and feed me dinner, man. I thought we'd meet up in like Princeton or New Hope. You want me to come all the way to Bethlehem? Okay, take me here. I'll come to your house. Bruce will drop me off. I'll get lost. I'll rent a car. I gotta rent a van anyway. I'll drive to your house, hang out at your house, and we'll go to Music Fest. How's that sound? You want me to come? We're not meeting halfway. Let the Starlings, they don't understand geography. Me Banks lives in Bethlehem. He wants me to meet him in Bethlehem. So I'm coming all the way to him. I'm coming to your house. I was suggesting halfway between where I live and where you live. If you want to meet up in your hometown, okay, where's your address? Give me your address. I'll meet you at your house. You can walk to Music Fest together. He wants me to go all the way to Bethlehem. I was trying to be like, okay, we can meet up somewhere halfway, Princeton, New Hope, whatever. But you want me to come to Bethlehem? Fine, I'm coming to your house. It ain't gonna happen, man. He knows what he's doing. I don't give a shit. I'm just telling you, it's like, does no one climb a stair? We know, some people don't have the ability, but some of these people, I gotta imagine them being obtuse. You know what I mean? How am I getting to Bethlehem, buddy? I don't have a car. Are you driving me? I'll buy a car. If I buy a car tomorrow, if I can find the credit cards and buy a car, I'll drive my first trip. I'll drive to Bethlehem. Give me your address. We'll meet up. We'll stream it. We're at Me Banks' house. We won't show you your address. I'll show you inside. And we'll walk to Music Fest together. You're dead serious? Because you're not. I don't care about Me Banks. It's like the games my biggest criticism is the games he plays. Rather than live in hope, why don't you visit and stay in New Hope? And we can all meet up, Donda. Don't live in hope. Sojourn in New Hope. Of course you don't. You've been on my streams before. We know what you look like. Well, yeah. I don't expect much from Me Banks. I just don't like bullshit. I'd rather, look, OC, I never want to meet up with you, and I don't want to be, it's never going to happen. It's okay, bye. It's just, I think my criticism isn't like, you won't meet me. It's more like, He won't be honest. Just be honest. I'm tired of your games, Banks. Come on. I think you're a nice enough, good enough dude. I don't think you're malicious. You don't have to play games. Why do you come here to play games? She's down.
Very nice.
Well, that's okay. If one day I feel like visiting Banks, I'll just show up at his address unannounced, knock on the door, record a video, catch him off guard. If I really want to see him, which I kind of don't. But yeah, so it's who cares? Banks. Okay, so we talked about the grill. We talked about how we don't have time to watch anything. We got out of this house. We devoted a ton of time to Banks for some reason. Well, I guess we haven't seen him in a while.
That's a good point.
I might have one more beer. How are you feeling? Because you seem tired.
I feel a little tired. I'm doing all right.
You sure?
I might get myself a beer.
Well, get me one too if you're getting up. She got upset with you and said, as long as Banks comes around, I'm not going to your stream anymore. I said, okay. I don't think Banks has been around much longer. He doesn't like me. Yeah, you really pissed her off to the point where she doesn't want to come around. She doesn't want to run into you. I don't want to be so honest. I had to be honest. Yeah, you really alienated Cassandra. She's really pissed with you and doesn't want to come to the places where you might be because she just doesn't want to look at you, man. She just, I'm not the only one you've alienated. I know you. I love you. You hate me, so you don't care that I'm alienated. Even the people you love, you alienate. So yes, you've alienated yet another person, Banks. Typical, but it's okay. Let's change subject. I'm tired of talking. Where do you go? I want to change subject. I'm getting tired of talking to Banks. Banks is boring me. Your head trip's boring me. Let's nuke the bridge we torched 2,000 times before. Eat a piece of pork, all the grease. This time we'll blast it all to hell. I've had this burning in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching now to say. I remember Green Day played that. It played like a few days earlier. I'm like, Green Day was here? Everything else was shit. You're just a fuck. I can't explain it because I think you suck. I'm taking pride in telling you to fuck off and die. I've had this burning in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching now to say. I'm taking pleasure in announcing this to you. So listen up, cause here, bite this. Doodle-doo-doo. You're just a fuck. I can't explain it cause I think you suck. I'm taking pride in telling you to fuck off and die. Good night. Yes. Comments plural. You're just a fuck. I can't explain it because I think you suck. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm taking pride in telling you to fuck off and die. I've had this burning in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching now to say. I'm taking pleasure in announcing this to you. So listen up, cause here, bite this. Doodle-doo-doo. You're just a fuck. I can't explain it. Now, I actually agree with you on one thing, Broken Clock. Nimrod was always my favorite album. After that, I lost interest in them. Dookie was what got them attention. I was like 11 or 12. Dookie was their first couple albums were more obscure. Dookie was their big release. Insomniac was kind of meh. Nimrod was always my favorite, my personal favorite. After that, I lost interest in them. Nimrod, I agree with you. You're a Broken Clock. I agree. Nimrod was my favorite. But I'm singing Dookie because of you, Banks. You're just a fuck. I can't explain it because I think you suck. Yes. All right, so I told you Nimrod was my favorite.
Yes.
Who was your favorite? You don't know your favorite?
It's hard to say, really.
I always thought, as an album as a whole, yeah, Nimrod. I said on the whole, after Nimrod, I lost interest. I look back and see, yeah,
You kind of need to build up to Nimrod. You can't just listen to that and have it be it. You have to kind of understand where they came from, and then you can say, "Oh, wow, this is really something compared to their earlier work." You know.
she hated from day one. She loved White Computer Power is a piece of shit. I don't know him, want to know him. You've asked me what's going on with you and White Computer Power. Why didn't you ask him, asshole? This guy's a piece of shit. I don't care about White Computer Power. Tooley's okay. I haven't seen him in a while. But me, Banks, it's like your behavior. You're just a fuck. I can't explain it because I think you suck. My God. Jesus Christ. These people. Well, I've taken my animosity towards Pro C and redirected it to me, Banks, and his nonsense. Oh, my God. I've had this burning. Let's nuke the bridge we torched 2,000 times before. This time we'll blast it all to hell. That's great.
Very
I don't want
nice.
to waste time talking about that asshole. Everybody spent too much time on Me Banks. Oh my God. Me Banks is a waste of time. White Computer Power is a total piece of shit. Who needs him? I didn't even know the guy. He thought he was Todd's self-appointed enforcer. Todd never asked him to do that. He created a role for himself. He's a piece of shit. You assholes should call him out for it, but you don't. You don't, Me Banks, because you're just a fuck. I can't explain it because I think you suck. I'm taking pride telling you to fuck off and die. Yes, Totem, yes. The answer, Me Banks, is because you're a piece of shit. She said many times, he's so rude to you. He plays those stupid games. He doesn't want to meet you, he should just say so. What a dumb fuck. And I said, yes, I want to love everybody, but there is that aspect. And she goes, no, he's a stupid fuck. And I said, you're right. He's just a fuck. We can't explain it because we think you suck. That's the answer. You get your answer? Christ. Oh, and you're ugly as fuck. That too, both of them. I'm ugly too. She even said flat out, you and Me Banks are ugly fucks, but you look like my uncle, so I'm cool with you. You're ugly, but I don't feel worried by you because you look like my uncle. I feel like I'm back home with kin. Me Banks is an ugly fuck and he's a piece of shit. I said, yeah, you're right. He's just a fuck. We can't explain it because we think you suck. We can't explain it. We're taking pride in telling you to fuck off and die. Oh, you do know how to play games. You don't know that you're playing games. I think it was part of it too. Yes. We've had this burning in our guts now for so long. Yeah, but you weren't nice to me and that pissed her off. Our bellies aching now to say we're taking pleasure in announcing this to you. So listen up, cause hear Me Banks. You're just a fuck. We can't explain it because we think you suck. We're talking about everything, the totality that is you. You're a big disappointment. This could be a good learning experience. You can improve yourself, or you can retreat like you always do. The choice is yours. You make that choice. I can't make it for you. Bro C can't make it for you. Cassandra can't make it for you. Rafterman can't make it for you. Totem, as much as you love to, he can't make it for you. You must make the choice. But for now, you're just a fuck. We can't explain it because we think you suck. We can't explain it, man. We're taking pride in telling you to fuck off and die. Good night. Oh, I'm not usually this mean, but I don't hate me, man. Just being honest. It's like, just a fuck. That's it. It's just a fuck. That could be a term of endearment. So says horse. All right, what else? In this note, or should we go a little longer? I'm going to finish my beer.
Yeah.
So let's turn to the fucking Me Bank stream. I call her a whore all the time, and she still comes around. No, calling her a whore isn't the problem. It's the fact that you're an ugly fuck who doesn't look like one of her family members, and you're just a fuck. We can't explain it because we think you suck. That's the real reason that whore doesn't like you. Nothing to do with Seymour or a wedding ring. It's you, me Banks. It's you. You're the common denominator, me Banks. You are the problem. I agree. If everyone says it's you, if you're the common denominator, you're the problem, man. You're just a fuck. We can't explain it because we think you suck. It must have been the wedding proposal. Say, whore, bitch, when you getting married? Maybe one. She doesn't care if you call her a whore and a bitch if she likes you. She already hated you to begin with. But you get it. And understandably so, me Banks. You need to atone for your disgusting behavior. It's you 1,000%, but it's also your attitude, man. Your attitude, your behavior, the way you say, oh, here she, but you don't actually meet up. She just sees you as a clown, which you are. That's when people are like, why do you let Cassandra come here? Why do you let this Foyd come here? Because she's honest. She's accurate. She's like, I don't trust me Banks. He's an ugly fuck, and he wouldn't be nice enough to meet up with you. He'll probably offer to meet up with you at a time when he knows it's inconvenient, like a music fest in Bethlehem, like short notice. Yeah, so she already knows all that, yes. Plus, she goes, but the biggest thing, me Banks, he's just a fuck. I can't explain it. I think he sucks. So, yes, I've answered your damn question. I answer your questions. You never answer mine. So there. All right, what else is going on? What fell down?
A bunch of papers.
I'll look at it in a minute. Good night. Okay, so we've all come around to realize, as I realized, as Cassandra realized, that me Banks needs to atone for his sins. We've all agreed upon that. Bro C shouldn't burden me with grilling when it's obviously not in grilling mode. We got this house. So basically, everyone's treating me like shit, but I'm the bad guy. Now you're starting to slowly climb half the stair and realize, wait, OC, Bro C was a dick. Me Banks is a total asshole. Oh, what's going on here? Exactly. That's what I've been asking myself, 2 years ago. Where you people been? I'm glad you climbed half the stair. Well, that hurts our feelings. Well, I'm criticizing you. It's called tough love. Tough love. Climb a stair. She hates my face. Well, I own a house and I actually have girlfriends. That's great, me Banks. Maybe she loves you. I don't give a shit. I'm not here to hear you. Now I'm listening to you humble brag. Now you actually are pissing me off. Okay, that's great, man. I'm happy for you. Great. Maybe she'll be your girl. She'll break up with Seymour and she'll fly to Bethlehem to live with you. Good job, me Banks. Now me Banks is really before I was teasing. Now it's just why are we talking about Cassandra? You want to come here? I'm talking about meeting up with you, and you're giving me short notice, and you want to change the subject and talk about a girl. Well, typical me Banks. Typical. I'm not joking now. All before was joking. Now it's what the fuck is your problem? Typical me Banks. Typical. Oh. I'll tell you what. You give me your address, I'll give it to her. And when she comes to visit me, we'll come visit you. Give me your address. He and I were friends on Discord. We never talk, but he'll talk to us. So he and I aren't buddies. This guy's a dick. He's just here for the girl that he's in love with. He thinks Cassandra's going to be his girlfriend. Oh, that's why she doesn't like you. She smells your desperation. She's how fucking disgusting and pathetic you are. That's the real answer. You want the real answer? You come across as very desperate and very pathetic. Are you happy? That's the real answer, me Banks. No bullshit now. Before he's joking around, you come across as very desperate and it's very unbecoming. Even as a dude, it's unbecoming. It's have some self-respect. But I don't think me Banks is capable. So forget me Banks. It's you idiots watching. Is anyone learning anything? Christ, apparently not. We're talking about how I was talking to me Banks at meeting up, and somehow the conversation turned to Cassandra. I don't know why. She's not here. He brought her up. I don't bring up Cassandra or DBF or Donda when they're not here. You guys want to bring these people up. The only reason you come here is the only reason me Banks is here is in hopes of seeing Cassandra. It's the only reason he's here. He's a piece of shit. He doesn't want to meet up with me. That's fine. I wish he'd say flat out, hey, OC, I can tolerate you. I never want to meet you. I'm just here for Cassandra. It's okay, fine. At least you're honest. We got to go through all this onion layer bullshit to get to the truth of me Banks. Fine, I lose. Whether Cassandra's here or not, it's not the end of the world for me. If it's the end of your world, if you come here asking, where's Cassandra? Clearly you're showing desperation,
The only thing he loses is a visit with you.
Yeah. Yeah, we both lose. You're right. We both lose because we don't get to enjoy time with each other because you're so fixated on Cassandra.
You should be fixated on
Me,
meeting OC.
you fucker. We didn't even mention Cassandra until you brought her up. Oh my God. You're just a fuck. I really can't explain it because I think you suck. Taking pride and telling you to fuck off and die. Oh my God, me Banks. Jeez. Before it was like kind of jokey. Now it's like, what is your problem? Oh my God. Talking about meeting up with him, Music Fest, Nazareth, Princeton Record Exchange. Somehow this becomes, we get to the truth, the onion layer. I don't really like OC. Where's Cassandra? I'm here for Cassandra Cass. Shut the fuck. What the fuck? That's typical. Exactly. Is anyone learning? I want the outside observers, those on the peanut gallery or the sidelines. Is anyone learning? Is anyone like, OC? Okay, I criticize you, OC, you're an ass. But OC, sometimes you have good points. Wow, Mebanks is just here because he's simping for Cassandra. Does anyone see this shit? When do you meet with Mebanks? Ask him. He's only here to simp for Cassandra. I see it now, OC. Mebanks doesn't want to meet you. He's just hoping Cassandra will show up. He's all worried why she won't talk to him on Discord. No one sees this shit. You fucking assholes, climb a fucking stair already. Oh my God. Yes, because you're here. You chased her off. So if you're here, if you're coming here to see her, it's not going to happen because if you're here, she won't be. Right, happy? Okay. I'm actually getting tired of Mebanks. I didn't even want to talk about Cassandra. We talked about a grill. This is I forgot about the grill now. This has become some weird fucking stream. Oh my God. Anyway.
Yes.
Let's change the subject. I'll put the food in the fridge. When you come home tomorrow, nuke it, but eat whatever you want. Put barbecue sauce or cat, whatever.
Yes.
They came out okay. I think the sausage should be okay. Should I put it in a bowl or should I just put it in like a little dish? Or?
Just put it in where it's in.
Well, Horse, get a notebook, write down your thoughts, think about it over the next coming days. And the next time I stream, I want a full book report. I want you to tell me, Horse, what you've learned after you've articulated it better. I actually don't dislike Mebanks. I see the game he's playing, and now it's like even like we've gone to another level. Where's the girl? Typical. I wasn't even thinking about Cassandra. How does she come up? Mebanks is here. His thoughts aren't OC is streaming. Let me talk to OC. It's I wonder if Cassandra will be there. Will the girl be there? It's like, oh my God, typical. What do you think, buddy? You can be honest. I think the reason I get in so much trouble, I'm very honest. Bro C doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but so basically the whole reason Mebanks is here in the first place, he was leading up to it, wasn't a meetup, which we already knew. The real thing is, where's Cassandra? Does she still like me? Why doesn't Cassandra like me? She comes to your streams. Is she here? I want to talk to Cassandra. That's my takeaway. What do you take away, Bro C? You're here to talk to fucking Cassandra. Like Aiden 2.0. What do you think? What do you think, Bruce?
I don't know what to think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did talk about Cassandra, and he seemed concerned.
He being Mebanks.
Yeah, Mebanks.
That's why because I'm a he too. I'm not a they them. Who's he? These people are retards. He being Mebanks.
I don't know. So I guess Mebanks pops in occasionally. I mean, he was here before he streamed. We saw him. He played his guitar. There was a good back and forth. You've mentioned
this burning in a gutter.
You've mentioned meeting up with him, and he's never accepted or denied. He's very, very obtuse, very obscure. He doesn't really clearly state whether he wants to meet or not. Now he's talking about Cass. Now he's talking about Beppis.
But on a side note, look at Gritty. I learned Pam is a portable flamethrower. Yes! Look, man, I was always, on a side note, I was always asking you for advice. What would you recommend? Maybe I agree, maybe I disagree. Oh, on a propane, you close. On a charcoal, you leave open. I said, no. I reject and accept. I didn't throw everything out. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. I would listen. I asked the same in return. You wouldn't do it. You know nothing, OC. Now, all of a sudden, I kept saying, Pam is great. Instead of getting lighter fluid, hit a little Pam, and you get the flame going again. And, the food won't taste like lighter fluid. And Pam, and you were always so anti-Pam. Instead of saying, I disagree, but I've never tried it, or maybe I should give it a shot. You were so adamantly anti-Pam. I'm glad you can admit you learned something. It's a two-way street. Don't act like a lord and master. But yes, on a side note. Okay, we're talking about Mebanks.
Yeah, so you posited that Me Banks only comes around in hopes of chatting with some of the female
Right.
audience members.
Correct.
I don't believe that's necessarily true unless he wants to chime in and say that you're right or that I'm wrong.
When's
or
the last
whatever.
time you even saw this asshole?
It has been a while, but who knows? Some Starlings come and go. So maybe he did want to check up on OC. Maybe he didn't. Now, is he being sarcastic or is that anything serious?
Let's go back to Gritty.
Yes.
Gritty says, I apologize. I can be an ass sometimes. Apology half accepted, but learn your lesson. And yes, when you say you're an ass sometimes, yes, you can be. Yes, you can be. You can be. And it hurts. If I didn't care about you, Gritty, I wouldn't care at all. The fact that it bothers me emotionally should be a good sign. I respect you. I like you. Go fuck yourself, motherfucker. That's a term of endearment. Now, I'm glad you learned something. I'm glad you were honest. Like I said, I don't know everything. I've learned things from you. Other things I disagree with. My criticism was you were so OC, you know nothing. You can teach me nothing. And I'm like, well, Pam, if you had said, I don't really know about Pam, even though my gut tells me it's not right, I don't know enough yet. Let me try it out. I'd respect that. You were so anti-Pam, knocking me for Pam, and now you're praising Pam. And that's what bugs me. Like, dude, don't be all against something. Say, hey, I'm not sure about that, but let me keep an open mind. Hey, man, I tried the Pam. You were right. Or I tried the Pam. I still stand by. I respect that. Don't be so religious. Pam, no, that's stupid. Oh, I left Pam now. That's my gripe. Don't be so fucking religious. Like it's like the Bible, Moses in stones. That's my gripe. It's okay to change your mind or learn or disagree. Just don't be so fucking Moses gave me the tablet. No, Pam. That was my gripe. Learn something. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Don't go by like this fucking you're like too religious about it. But I'm glad you learned something, Greedy. Where were we?
I just click on Me Banks. You're welcome for whatever I said or did.
Waffles shouldn't take advice. Someone doesn't cheat or anything like that. Well, no, Gritty is a decent griller, but I think with him, a lot of his grills are shorter. Like he'll grill like one thing, one item, or one or two items. He'll do short grills, and I think a lot of his advice might work for a short grill. But like that's why part of the reason I was pissed. I'm like, bro, see, I don't just grill whatever. I want to know. We got some steaks. We got this. We got. I like to have too much. I like to say we got plenty of stuff to grill. We won't get to all of it, but we can pick and choose. Do the steak. Do the tomahawk. Do the corn. I like having like more than enough to grill. That's how I work. That's, I think, part of the reason why I fell apart during tonight's grill. I think Gritty's advice might be okay for like, I'm just grilling a quick piece of teriyaki chicken or something. But I think when it comes to longer grills, we're letting things go longer, and you don't want to get it all lighter fluidy, but you want to give it a little fuel. Pam is awesome. Oh, is this it? Waffles is chicken dinner? He might be. I honestly don't know. No, I didn't say you were dumb. I didn't call you stupid. I said, please don't be so fanatically religious about something, man. I know you're half Palestinian. It's in your blood. But please, you can criticize me. You can say, I think you're wrong, or maybe you're right. Just keep an open mind. That's all I said. I'm glad you learned that, Pam. So you made me feel so foolish. I'm like, Greedy says Pam is stupid, but I think it works. And then you're like, keep an open mind. I've had this burning in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching now to say. Okay. So, look, I don't hate Me Banks, but I know what he is. Has anyone learned anything? He comes around in hopes of seeing a girl or two. Is Donna here? Is Cassandra here? Oh, what I said under. Because he has no interest in meeting up with me. I know that. I wish he would just say, if he'd say, hey, man, I come here for the girls, they'd say, well, at least you're honest. I don't like deception. Gritty, don't be so in stone and finite. Word of God, word of Allah bullshit. That's my criticism of you. Is anyone learning anything here? Because I don't think so. And for now, I do want to do one more grill. Maybe I do want to grill again because that was such a poor grill, but the food came out okay. But we got to go to this house, and this might be one of our last-ish streams. We got to cut the cable pretty soon.
Yes.
Where did you make that comment on her private thing and some? It might not even. How would I even know Was this in some group you both belong to that I don't? Where was this comment? Is it something I would have known about? Was it in OC's Coffee House? Was it in something I'm a member? No, I'm a OC's Coffee House. That's another thing about Mebanks. He's come on my Discord. It's been a while. He'd come on my Discord and he'd start talking about, oh, that was a really interesting discussion in DBF stream last night. And I would say, well, I didn't see it. I don't watch DBF. It was so interesting. Elaborate. And he'd suddenly go, and he'd go into like the music subform and go on about like Kenny Loggins. So again, pull the coin out of the ear. Like, he's not very direct with me. He's not honest with me. I have no idea what comment you're talking about. Maybe I did see it, but I don't remember. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And you probably don't want to elaborate because I'm just the weirdo you don't want to be normal with. Okay. I say, hey, Mebanks, interesting idea. What do you think? Elaborate. I was talking to the real people, not a weirdo like you. Here's a nice shiny penny for you. That's Mebanks. Mebanks are really, really piece of shit. Yeah, so I have no idea what comment you're talking about. I don't give a fuck. It's getting, before I was joking. Now it's like, Mebanks, you really are. I should go with my spidey senses. I'm gonna take a piss real quick. I might have one more beer. We'll wind this down soon.
Come back at the Carlsberg.
But it's still early-ish. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
I've had this burning in my guts now for so long. My brothers.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. You said it. All right, we have a nice reprieve. Christ. Yeah, look at all this shit. Man, we just got shit on top of shit we gotta get rid of. And yes, he's gonna go on and on about the grill thing for days, the Mebanks thing for days, the off-grid thing for days. That's what I'm gonna be dealing with. I don't know what this is, Totem, but you're going to get timed out again. You're flirting with a timeout. Be warned now.
Meh. What's going on?
Oh, Off-Grid says I should buy you some Pam.
Let's get a list, like Donna was saying, a list in the fridge.
Yes.
We need Pam. We need more spice melange.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we do need to go grocery shopping, a light shop, because we don't want to have too much crap on top of all this crap.
Yeah, and in the future, we grill when I'm up for it. Why did you put the food over on those counters there?
I don't know. I just walked in.
You just walked in and put it down. Yes, I'm the grill king. I grill. If I don't feel like grilling, King says no. I knocked this over because I'm like, why is this fucking shit over here? It's okay. It's not your fault. I'm the grill king. You grill if and when I say so. If I need help with okay, I'm in charge of the grill. I'm the grill meister. If I'm out for grilling, the answer is no. There are things you can do, but grilling isn't one of them. If I'm the grill meister, this has got to be mine. That's how I feel. I'm like, why am I reaching over here for this? I'll fix the mess, and we'll grill again when I'm up for it. It'll be my choice, and I don't care if it's arrogant. That's how it is. That's the reality. Does Kevin Mebanks need a? This is what I'm getting at. I don't dislike Mebanks. I don't want to dislike Mebanks. You see his behavior. Why do you always ask me? When are you meeting up at the Martin Guitar Factory? Ask Mebanks. He's the one meet. He's a piece of shit. And Cassandra did agree. At one time, Mebanks, I don't usually on Discord too often. He came into OC's Coffee House, my Discord server, and he was talking about. Those are really great points made in last night's stream. And I'm like, I didn't stream last night. What the fuck are you talking about? And he was talking about DBF. I said, what are the points you're talking about? And he's like, and he ran away to the music server to talk about Kenny Loggins or Joe Walsh. I remember this, and Cassandra agreed. He's like, yeah. She's like, what the fuck? Yeah. So yes, Mebanks' behavior, at least Cassandra sees it. All right, and now the women see it. Mebanks, the Spurg sees it, and the females see it. You might be able to pull the wolves over the men, but a Spurg, I'm so fan. A Spurg with women's intuition and the women themselves are not amused by your bullshit. It's another thing. Wanting a woman, it's like we into creepy stalker territory. Wanting a woman to, like, spell things out for you, you're going to get yourself in trouble, man. Just the way of the world, man.
Don't you want him to spell out not visiting you?
Yeah. We're two Jews. We're two dudes. He's trying to what, like, have some kind of like intellectual argument with a woman? Why don't trust Mebanks? Yeah, in many ways, Gritty, you're right. Not to the same extent. Mebanks' obsession with Cassandra is like DBF's obsession with Donda. I see the parallels. We're not too far off base here. Okay. Fascinating. Think of me as the pimp. You want to talk to Cassandra? You got to keep me happy, asshole. You don't like me, Mebanks? Doesn't matter. You go to a Guitar Factory, and then you get to stream with Cassandra. You want to please the pimp? You ain't getting access to the pussy, asshole. But Mebanks has shown his hand. Who the hell is Tori?
I have no idea.
In fact, Gritty said earlier, I can't watch you because Tori's streaming. I said, okay, bye-bye. But he's still here. Who the hell's Tori? She's still streaming? Do I even want to know who Tori is? There's already too many. Women complicate things. We already have too many women here.
Were you the stalker off-grid?
I don't know. Sometimes guy at work walks up and says, hi, want to sit with me for lunch? He's following me around. So we don't know if she's really stalked or not. I don't know who the fuck Tori is. I don't even care. I don't know who Tori is. Forget it. Ah, yes. So DBF is obsessed with Donda. Mebanks is obsessed with Cassandra. Gritty is obsessed with this Tori. Okay. It's time to stop streaming. These people learn nothing. They get nothing. They comprehend nothing. It's like, what am I dealing with? Well, I agree. I think Gritty is obsessed with this. I don't know who Tori is. He's obsessed with Tori. Mebanks is evidently obsessed with Cassandra. Like, DBF is still obsessed with Donda. It's like, oh my God. Have you seen, to be honest, have I ever gotten obsessed with any woman who came here? There's only a handful of women who've come here. Have you seen me go nuts over any of them?
No.
Has anyone learned anything from any of this shit? Apparently not. Oh my God. Let's talk about Tara Norquay. Why won't she take my call, Tara Norquay? All right, so we got a bunch of normies or failed normies obsessed with Foids. And me, I'm just a Spurg trying to have a nice hangout. And okay, Mebanks doesn't want to meet up with me, but there's a caveat. He wants access to the Foid, Cassandra. The whole thing is like, oh my God. It's because you're here, Mebanks. She doesn't want to look at you. She's probably lurking and saying, when is Mebanks? I don't want to talk to that weirdo. And she's right. She's absolutely. I stick with the. I'm going to stand by the girl on this one. You are acting like an obsessed, creepy fan. I agree. I agree. You're coming across as some obsessed creeper weirdo. I don't blame her at all for saying this Mebanks guy's unhinged. I see it. 1,000%. You're not here to see me. You're here in hopes of seeing Cassandra. So you don't care about me. Fine, fair enough. You can be honest, but you weren't honest. I like drag it out of you, and you're here to see Cassandra, who thinks you're a fucking creepy weirdo. And quite frankly, I agree with her 1,000%. Ugh. Look who up. Who are we talking about? Yeah, look her up. I have no idea who Tori is. Yeah, but Totem, the broken clock, in love with Cass and Tara. At least you're honest about it. We're going to go through all this nonsense with me Banks. Oh, we can hang out one day. Come to the music festival. In reality, where's Cassandra? It takes us so much. We're going through all this bullshit to get to the crux of it. Okay, he's obsessed and wants to know where Cassandra is. Okay. You know, I think Kevin will backtrack and say he's mucking, but I don't think he's mucking. I think we're seeing Kevin is showing this is probably the most honest Kevin Eubanks has ever been. He's not very, forthcoming, forthright. This is the most honest you've seen him. He'll try to backtrack and say, I was just trolling. Yeah, that's typical Eubanks. Climb a stair, Donda. I kind of feel like I've spent too much time talking about Eubanks, Cassandra, Tori, whoever the fuck that is. I feel like we're wasting time here. This is where the stream to go. You never know where stream is going to go. But this is like the dumbest stream. It's like this is stupid shit. We came on because our grill was such a disaster. Now this has turned into what the fuck? What else is going on? Here. Tell you what, I'll post a link. Let's see if it posts. And if Eubanks wants to come on and show his face for 5 minutes, he can explain himself, and all will be forgiven. If he can't bring himself to do that, we'll know the truth, that he's just here hoping to see Cassandra. Hey, Eubanks, if you come on and show your face for 2-3 minutes, Cassandra will talk to you next time. I promise. I promise.
She might even show up.
She might be. I promise. I got her to talk to Aiden against my better judgment. I'll get her to talk to you. You got to pay your dues, man. You got to pay the fee, man. You want to talk to Cassandra, you talk to Occupational Click first. You want to piss off OC, you ain't talking to Cassandra, you dumb fuck. You know that. That's absolutely correct. And this one went away. I didn't expect Eubanks to show up and get all weird and get obsessed with it. I didn't expect any of that. Did you?
No.
What else is going on with you? So we're going to get to this house. None of this shit. What do you want to do? I got some stuff. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. You got to put the pedal in the metal.
You know, we can share some photos. Nothing, no names, but our grandfathers, our father's father, he was in World War II. His older brother was killed in the war. I found his Purple Heart. I found like the 48-star flag that was draped over his coffin. How we ended up with it, I don't know. Should we just burn it as like I got a 48-star flag from 1944, and I got a Purple Heart, and I got these old photos. I'm like, well, what is this shit? You know what I mean? Like, I'm finding all kinds of weird heirlooms. You saw the top hat. Where's the top hat?
I don't know.
Well, we lost the top hat. Oh, my God.
Yeah, where the hell did it go?
I thought I put it on the floor, didn't I? Oh, it's over there.
No, it's under the table. It's top hat time, everybody.
Let's get. I liked our last stream. We were just playing with toys and top hats. This turned to some weird shit. You bring this abuse. You're very abusive, Eubanks. Christ. So many heirlooms. Yes, Donda. So many heirlooms. I agree. I'm going to end this soon.
Yeah, no, just got a little zany.
I'm in a top hat. Jazz hands. Put on those white gloves. Say some white gloves.
Yes.
Mine.
Not doing my ass.
Well, this is a safe space for people who come in peace. I cannot guarantee the safety and security of people who come here with hostile intentions. We must work out what his intentions are. Now, I'm a Spurg, so I'm bad at working out intentions. It seems like his intentions are not so good. So I can't guarantee his safety if he's going to be, unfriendly or unkind or impolite. If he's more concerned about asking where Cassandra is than wanting to meet up with me, we're already in like bad territory. Wouldn't you agree? Or is it just me? Am I wrong to feel that way? Good question. Cassandra already has a man. Why do you? Good question. I like Seymour. He's a nice dude. I wish he'd come on one more time. It's like, yeah, they're just happy for any pussy that comes along. they'll boast and brag about the girlfriends they have and the houses they own, just in hopes that, someone online will say hi to them. Yes, typical. Ludo Bird, is that Brock Steve? Oh, they think your name is Steven now. They think I used to be Normand, then I became Anton. Your name does be. I should tell you. I should tell. They think you're Steven. I'm Anton Maynard, or the Normand brothers. Stephen Normand, Anton Maynard Normand. Yes, we're the Normands. I agree, Gritty. It's very. I'm a sensitive man. I care about the rights of women. It's very insensitive. We should be criticizing Ebanks for his, chauvinistic pig attitude. We should, for his own benefit, for his own, educational experience. Yeah, for the longest time, I thought my name was Normand. I was Normand. Now I'm Anton. Anton Normand Stephen Maynard the third. Anton Stephen.
Very nice.
Should I tell them your real name? Or you want to tell me your real name or no?
Let's keep them guessing.
I'll keep them guessing. No,
they can think that for now.
No. I don't know what I said. You probably heard. So, okay, fine. He's Steven. I'm Anton. Fine. Cool. I'm Anton Normand. Okay. That was actually Cassandra. When Cassandra one time was on, she's like, I think I know your real name. I said, okay, share it. She goes, Normand. Sure, why not? Then I became Anton. He's Steven. I think I threw in Maynard. Because it sounds funny, like Maynard G. Krebs. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Names, I agree with DBF on that. Names are kind of meaningless anyway. My middle name is James. My for real. My real middle name, it is James. For real. I'll tell you it's James. That's real. But believe whatever. Anton. Usually, if someone's name is Anthony, they're Tony for short.
Yeah.
I would call, if someone's name was, I would call him, hey, what's up, Tony? Anthony. Tony, what's up, Tony? I wouldn't call them Anton. But okay, I'm Tony. Call me Tony. Tony, yo, bro, yo, Stephen Maynard, drop cheese. Yo, Norman, get the cheese. This guy, I'm Tony. Norman, I'm Anton, Anthony, Tony, Norman, Stephen, didn't drop cheese. Yeah, okay. Who cares? It's just names. But actually, for real, James is my middle name. I showed the James Moore my driver's license, just didn't pay attention. No, it's not Jackass. It's James, for real.
No. Totem's middle name is Jackass.
Oh, okay. Your Totem, Jackass. Yeah.
McGillicuddy.
No, I rarely time people. I timed out.
I think it was Totem, right?
No, it was Laffy. Laffy, during my grill stream, remember, I'm already stressed. He kept posting all these phallic images. I'm like, and he was getting nasty, something about penis. I'm like, this is, even for him, this is kind of crossing a line. But I didn't ban him or block him forever. I put him a 10-minute timeout because he was acting a bit obnoxiously. I got a pretty thick skin. A lot of stuff you guys say doesn't really bother me. I'll call you out. But he kept posting like these weird. I'm like, This is getting stupid. I'm like, it's just he needs a timeout. Like with Chris Dubs. I like Dubs. He was acting obnoxiously when Todd was here. When people get a little too obnoxious, it's time to take a break. I'll give you a little timeout. Yeah, I timed out Laffy because he was getting phallic and saying he was getting, even for this stream, I'm fairly tolerant. It was getting a little too weird. He's not usually that bad. I'm like, he's getting a 10-minute timeout. Totem hasn't done anything to piss me off yet. The broken clock. I don't mind Totem. Yeah, it was like, I remember he kept those. I'm like, you did it too, but I understood you were doing it in response. I'm like, he kept like penis. I'm like, what is this? It's like this is a little too. We're trying to grill. As you know now, I didn't really want to grill. And I'm looking at all these, like, I'm like, what is this? Phallic? I'm like, I put him in a 10-minute. He was pissing me off. I like, enough. There is still some kind of decorum, some kind of social, politeness that maybe you guys don't believe in it, but I subscribe to. It was getting a little too bathroomy. I'm like, enough. Yeah, but he's still here. You saw Laffy was here. He's not permanent banned. He was given a 10-minute timeout because that was getting silly. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can take a sausage and put it in my mouth. That's fine. When you're sending images like that, it's like not just the implication. It was like overly crude. It was like just like, All right, winding down.
I
Finish
think
my
we
beer
are.
real quick. Yes, the decorum is fairly nice. I'll call people out on bullshit. But yeah, the decorum is usually it's a pretty good place. It's nice-ish. Notice how Mebanks, where was it? Mebanks didn't want to take me up on my offer there. Hold on, let me see something here. Now I gotta go back and find it, but hold on. Time to close this house. Let's focus on closing the house. No more like grilling is something and cutting grass are things you do if you're going to be here for a long time. I don't want to grill or cut grass anymore. I want to get out of here. Let me see if I can find this asshole. It was a while ago. Like I got my nose surgery. It's like a good like photo album. I got my nose surgery. It was almost 2 years. It'll be October. 2 years. Wow. Here, let's do this. Okay, so we got Mebanks came on a couple. Here he is here, and he's. There's not another one. Oh, I saw another one. Mebanks came on a couple times. Where was the other one? Here's one here. He showed us his gun. What was the other one? Did he come on another time? This one I saw one. You see Mebanks? There he is. Right here. Here he is. I don't watch all this, but Mebanks has been on. I know he's acting like, no, I don't want anyone to see my face. Where is he? This was November of 2024.
Where's the private
So
chat?
it's been a minute.
There's
It's been a minute.
chat. I have to click on comments. Oh, there we go. There's everybody. I just had to. Are you a bald cell? Totem ask. Join. It asked me, do I join the chat? I'm joining the chat right now. Connect to comment. Well,
This is interesting. Watching
I'm already
here,
joining the chat. Do I need to connect to comment? Okay, let's connect.
I feel a bit guilty. I feel
I
a bit
get
guilty.
annoyed at the double prompts, but okay.
I don't know if he's
Wait.
role playing, but now I'm starting to see that he has his own mental problems. I clearly have mental problems, but he has different kinds of mental. Okay, I'm starting to see that maybe Mebanks may have forgot how like out there he was. I forgot Mebanks himself is kind of a nut job. I haven't seen him in so long. Yeah, I think I forgot how wacky Mebanks himself was. So maybe I'm picking on the mentally ill now. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I didn't realize how fucked up Mebanks was. I totally forgot. I remember I'm like, oh yeah, Mebanks won once.
Anyone who finds themselves here is kind of a little fucked up.
Well, yeah, that's true, but we have a storage unit that has stuff in it. We got to bring stuff over there. We moved over some bookshelves. We moved over the one bed. We moved over some other items. We got to add more stuff. We've got a storage unit currently. We actually had two. We had a smaller one and the bigger one. Got rid of the smaller one. We've got a storage unit, which is where we're going to dump this shit. So we have one for now because there's stuff we want to keep for sure. But I would like my sisters even say, let's go modern day minimalist. We would like to be more minimalistic. We like to keep a few items, and we can't. If we ever go to a motel, we won't be able to keep them with us, so they might have to go to the storage unit. We currently have a storage unit. Yes. Magenta me. Yes, and you showed us your gun that one
Do
time.
you still have that magenta light?
I agree. Well, either he's mentally off or he's a professional YouTuber doing a role play. Either way, we need some. That was in 2024. We haven't seen 2026 Mebanks.
No.
We're going back over 2 years almost. We need to see. It was 2024. We're in 26 now. Where's Mebanks? Oh, is he? He might be. You know, when a lot of these these grocery jobs, because they're union, the union does not allow the company to test for drugs. So you got a lot of heroin addicts and other junkies who work there because there's no drug testing. And I think, me being a Spurg, these junkies are already on edge, and me, I throw them off. It's possible that Mebanks is on something. I don't know. I'm bad at judging people. Looking into there, he's going about. I'm like, is he role playing or is he nuttier than I thought? I can't remember. Hold on. Let's see who this is. Hold on. Is this Denmark guy?
Yeah, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm glad because you don't have a YouTube account. So I'm glad, even if I can't get Mebanks, let's talk Denmark guy for 10
Why the
minutes.
hell not?
How are you, Denmark guy?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like 3 in the morning right now, but I just saw I just saw manually when I went to your YouTube on my browser that you were live. So
Well, thanks. Thanks for talking to us. Dumb was asking about you. We don't know. Are you okay? Are you still in that homeless
yeah,
shelter? Have you moved into an apartment? What's going on with you?
yeah. I've not been watching your YouTube shows, but I saw one of them, and I saw that Senesis was worried about me, and yeah, I'm. It kind of like touched me that he was genuinely, he seemed genuinely worried about me.
Well,
But
I stream for guys like you. You're a nice guy. I like you. You come on a bunch of times. It's been a while. Like I'm telling me, Banks, it's been a while. I'm glad you've come back because we were all curious. Like, what happened to him? Dumb felt guilty because he kicked you off that Signal or that whatever that thing was, that app you were on. We were wondering, are you still in the shelter? Or are you now in like housing or what's going on?
no, so yeah. Long story short is that I actually had so good behavior at the shelter that you need to be some kind of a fuck up or have like big problems for them to kind of like legally allow you to be there. So I was told that I didn't have. I had. Yeah. So you know. So I was sleeping. I shared a room with this guy, and he has been in the system, and he knew the ins and outs for decades. And he was always telling me, "You need to tell them you have a problem or something like that, or lie or something. Just make some shit about it." But I was so honest with it that, and you have some duties there, and I did all my duties to perfection. I was like proud and shit. So, but anyways, I was there for 5 months.
Wait. If I understand correctly, you're saying if someone's fucked up, they get to stay in the shelter. If someone's well behaved, they make you homeless again. It's what it sounds like you're saying. You were on good behavior, so they told you to leave.
It's so complicated. The system is so complicated that I actually thought about working in a place like that because now I know some of the laws and rules. But anyways, the long story short, that after a couple of months, the municipality where you come from, they pay for the stay. They start pressuring you to okay, because they can give you social housing, but none of them want to give it because there's such a huge pressure on the system. Because women divorce and women want all the social housing and fuck me in the ass and shit. So, anyways, so you need to be fucked. Yeah, you need to be fucked. Like it sounds so bad, but you need to be a crackhead, alcoholic. There was somebody who was he was a murderer there, and there was all kind of fucked up people. So you need to have big problems of some sort. But anyways, after 5 months, after a couple of months, they kept pressuring me, and I was like, okay, just let me go. And some of the other people from my municipality didn't get housing because they had progress in the cases. They weren't addicted to alcohol or anything like that anymore, and they weren't depressed anymore. And maybe when you hit a full-time job, they're gonna ask you, okay, you have money now, so. You don't have any any debt and so on and so forth, so you can go out to the private market now and rent. So, and that exact simply is shit happened to me, and then I was lucky because I actually got a quite cheap room at an elderly couple in the area. And that's where I live now. But, I was told, recently.
Well, I'm having a hard time following. You were told you were too well behaved for the homeless shelter, so you went to go live with an elderly couple who took you in, or what happened?
Yeah, I was, exactly. That is kind of correct, yeah.
Well, explain. When they come to you and they say, hey, you don't have enough problems to be here, what do? They send you back to the street? How'd you get with this elderly couple?
No, they give you they give you a couple of weeks I know what. Yeah, they give you a couple of weeks, and then I quite quickly found a cheap room to rent at an elderly couple where I am now. So
Okay, so they said, we'll give you a couple weeks, but we want you out because you're too normal to be here. Now, if you didn't find the elderly couple, you'd be back homeless again, right?
yeah,
So basically, if you're well behaved, you starve in the streets. If you're a murderer or schizophrenic or fucked up, you
Or
get to stay in
drug
this,
addict, yeah,
you
yeah.
get to stay in this nice homeless shelter. That's really fucked up.
That is yes.
yeah. It is. This is really complicated because there's three actors in this. This is the homeless people. Then there is the municipality they come from that pays the place monthly, and then there is the place. So there's three actors, and they all of them have some kind of interest in it, and yeah, so it's kind of like a fight between everyone and the law. So, and since there hasn't really been, you can if you get kicked out of, if you get a notice like me that, well, you need to find another place in a couple of weeks, then you can actually you can submit a complaint to we have some government entity here, and then maybe it will extend your stay, or maybe it will you can stay there. But anyways, not a lot of people do it because people are fucked. People are primarily fucked in the head. They live there to certain degrees, so they don't have they are free, law consulting with it, but not a lot of people do it. But a lot of people should do it, so the system is actually well driven according to the law. But I wouldn't get really anything out of it. Yeah, I could go to another place, or I could come back. So, but I think that the state was actually, I know compared to maybe the US, maybe it's more fucked up there, but it was actually quite. It was a positive stay for me, because there was different kind of activities, and there was also a psychotherapist that came there and for the groups. And
what it sounds like is the municipality you came from was getting tired of paying for you to be there. How long were you there? Because you told me your home municipality paid for it.
I would roughly there for 4 months or something like that.
4 months, okay. And
So-
when they gave you a notice, if you hadn't found these old people, you'd be back homeless again, or what would you do if you couldn't find a place?
Yeah, I think in theory, this is in theory. In theory, I would, but you could always go to another shelter, and you need to go there for consultation, and then they will see if you fit. There's a lot of different shelters where there's different criteria. So there's a lot of people that just bounce from one place to another all the time.
Well, Rafterman wants to know: are you working? Have you found a job, or what
How do
doing?
you pay the elderly couple?
Yeah, how do you pay the?
But it's such a low amount. I pay. It's quite cheap right now. I have some savings that I still live off, but I have been working some couple of days on and off while I was there. But I'm searching for full-time job now, warehouse, any shit job basically.
Well, what were you guys? What were you doing on and off? What was your short-term work?
It was like what is it called? Like a working man at the construction and shit.
Okay.
Just doing like grunt work, like moving shit, like.
Well, now, what about your father? Have you been in contact with him at all, or you're dead to him, or you spoken to your father?
No, I've been in contact with him. He lives like from the shelter. He lives probably around a 1 hour walk, and yeah.
Yeah, but now you're not at the shelter. You're with these old people. How far is he now? These old.
It's roughly the same. Roughly the same.
And he doesn't feel any guilt for what happened. He's happy to be in the senior housing without you, or he doesn't say, "Man, son, I screwed up."
I don't know, but he was freaking out, because it was I had a 2 weeks notice to find a new place and get all his shit moved in and set all that shit up. So he was like screaming, "Go to the municipality!" But there's been so many law changes the last couple of decades that back when he was, young, social housing was just like something you just applied for, then you get it. But today it's not. You need to be in serious problems now. So, so I was trying to explain him, but he, after a while with elderly people, you just kind of like shut up because it's like they can't really understand really anything. I'm saying this with all my love in my heart, but so he can't really understand the system and why it wasn't like when he was young and shit. So, but he's quite well functioning, to be honest. Yeah, he doesn't get what is it called, like social service visits or anything. So he can wipe his own ass and all this shit. So he just needs a little help with IT once in a while. So.
All right, and what's your next goal? To get a job and get your own like housing, or?
Yeah, that is basically my next goal. I have been on this list that I told you for probably a decade, 10 years. I paid into it. So I got an offer and I actually got accepted. So I will get a apartment and I will move in it's the 15th of September. I will move in there. So it couldn't be better timing, to be honest. So God, he basically blessed me with that because I've been active on that list.
Right. So you're saying in a month and a half you're going to have housing? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, proper, quite non-expensive. My own place. It will be a 2-bedroom apartment in Copenhagen, but in the outer skirts of Copenhagen. But and it will be quite cheap. But I will need to rent. One of the rooms, and it will probably. Actually, it was a good experience for me. I know it sounds fucked up, but maybe in an American way because you associate homeless. There's different kind of shelters. We call them social shelters in Denmark, and they all have different target groups. And this one was for non-drug addicts, only for alcoholics and people with weed addiction and with psychosocial problems. And I was admitted because I've been suffering from depression. And I've just been, I lived at my father's place for 5 years, and I've only been in full-time employment in a couple of months.
But you said even there, you were there for 4 months. They told you you didn't even qualify to be there. You were too normal that they wanted.
Yeah, but I was honest with them. I went also to a psychiatrist, but my roomie told me, lie a little because I told them that. Oh man, I don't want to start any depression pills, but I actually felt good. The place, it's a really nice place with nice nature, good activities. Every once in a while, there's some fucking guys perking out. Then they get kicked. The police comes and takes them with them. But other than that, I actually got, I wouldn't say best friends, but I got a couple of friends that I consider people that I would like to see.
I'm glad you did well there, but you're saying that the authorities said you didn't qualify for this place, so you had to rent this room or go homeless again. So you were lucky to find the elderly couple, but you were saying in Denmark they have different types of shelters. You're saying this one shelter, you weren't even qualified for that. They wanted to kick you out of that because you were quote unquote too normal for that shelter.
Yeah, exactly. I should have played my cards a little bit better, but it wasn't any dramatic shit or anything like that. I think it's quite normal for them to give people a couple if they can see that people are full-time employed, they're not mentally fucked, they don't have a addiction problem, or they have completed it. They are in a good standing to say, okay, we give you 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months to find a place on the private market because we can't. You don't fulfill the criteria anymore.
Right. In your case, how much time were you given? 2 weeks, 4 weeks? What were you given?
No, it went so fast with me that they didn't. it's because they always have to communicate with the municipality you come from. So and then they just told me then you have a monthly meeting with the place and your municipality, and they told me that in 2 weeks you have a meeting with your municipality and us, and we will probably put it ahead that it will probably end with we will give you a notice for a couple of weeks. Normally they give people a month, but I just started searching for rooms to rent there, so I was not really handed the notice that I had to leave. It went so quickly. Then I had the room here.
So you got a heads up that you might get kicked out in 2 weeks, so you immediately found a place. How long did it take you to find the room to rent?
Oh, it was quick. It was really quick. Because yeah, it's like within my it's basically I know somebody who has lived here before, and it's within kind of like my not my network, but something like that.
Now, wait. You've known people who have lived with this elderly couple before, or someone gave you a recommendation?
Yeah, it's like my friends' my friends' grandparents, basically. They rent the whole it's like a 3-floor building, and the whole first floor they rent it out for 2 people, me and another person.
So these old people have rented to other people from the facility, like you're saying, other folks from.
No, they haven't. No. And I needed to come here and present myself and blah blah blah, just to confirm that I'm not some kind of crazy person. Well, I told them I lived at a shelter before, anyway. So, but there's not been any problems at all. They're really kind, and so as long as you behave, there's no problem.
They know you're moving out mid-September to go to your council housing, whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's you can say it like that. Yeah, but social housing has a different understanding, different places in the world, I think. But anyways, they know. I told them yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, so you plan to have your own place, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. Tell us about this place you're moving to.
It's going to be 2 bedrooms.
Wow! So you got a room for yourself and a room for just extra. Wow.
No, I'm planning to rent it out, and actually, I'm planning to renting it out. Who is in the same situation as me?
You're allowed to do that, even though it's like government assisted housing.
But you're not allowed to earn money for it. So you need to always charge approximately the price.
You can't remember. So what do? You get a discount for renting it out, or I don't understand. You get discounted, or you get why would you rent it out?
So this is complicated. There's a lot of nuances to this, but social house, what you call the social housing, we also have it in Denmark, but it's not only for fucked up people. In Denmark, I think in Austria and Vienna, it's like 50% of quote unquote social housing, but in Denmark I think it's around 40% or something like that.
Right.
So you can be on the list, you can pay a monthly subscription to be on a list, and then I've been there for a decade, and that helped me out. Or you can get it if you're really fucked through the municipality. So there's different ways to get into it. So then you bypass the whole list and waiting time. So but if you want to rent, you can only rent out. You can rent out for 10 people in your living room. It has to be like for 2-bedroom apartment. It could be me, my girlfriend if I had one, which I probably won't have, and it could be another person for the other room. So.
But you get some kind of discount for doing that, or why? What's the incentive to do that?
No, it's to decrease the cost. I wouldn't use the other
I understand.
room.
Decrease the cost of what? You can't make money, you said. What are you decreasing the cost of?
Yeah, well, no, what I'm saying is that you can earn money on it. So I'm gonna pay 6,000 Danish krones for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Right.
So the other room I can charge more than roughly 3,000. Does that make sense? I can charge
Okay.
charge him like 10K Danish.
Wait, okay. The apartment costs you 6,000 Danish, whatever. You guys don't have the euro. You're still the Danish, whatever.
No. We retain our heritage. We don't want that fucking crazy shit.
Right. Okay, so you got to pay 6,000, but if you rent out a room, I thought you said you couldn't profit off of it. How would renting the room help you?
Yeah, but it just means if you want to rent it out, you can't, like, quote unquote earn more than you can earn more than you can in theory try to. Let's say I can maximum let him pay 3K plus utilities. That's it. But let's say I said on the contract you need to pay 6K, so I basically live there for free. Then he can. That would be clearly illegal. But and he could take the case up. We have like a court system for that, and he will get. I will need to reduce the price.
You understand? I'm still confused with what
I
you're
don't
saying.
want to
Here.
put words in his mouth, but in the English-speaking world, we would say split the rent. Sounds like if you bring someone else in, so right now alone, your rent is 6,000 Danish crowns a month. If you bring someone else in, they would pay 3, and you would pay 3. So
you're not profiting, but they're paying towards the rent. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm not profiting out of it. I would profit out of it if I charged them 5K or 6K, and then I will live there basically for free.
Yeah, but in that scenario, you're not. We wouldn't say you're renting out a room. We would say you're sharing the rent.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have to,
you're looking for a roommate to split the rent.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that was basically my point. Yeah.
Okay, so after you get in this place, your goal is to find a roommate to pay 3,000 at least to help you split. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. One of the guys that live there at the shelter. Actually, he's a good guy.
Okay, so wait, your rent is 6,000 Danish kroners or whatever. You're going to pay 3. He'll pay 3. And that'll be your rent. Is that?
Yeah, but we need to pay for all the utilities, the power, electricity. So it probably there's also some you can. It's in Denmark. It's fucked up the system, but you can also get some. You get automatically some benefits around. We'll get maybe 800 in discount on the rent. So roughly for him and me per person, it will be around 3.5 to maximum 5K Danish crowns.
Right. So you're going to split the rent, and then you also got to pay for utilities. What we call utilities. What you're saying, if I understand this correctly.
Yeah.
And you don't have a job. That's not a problem. You can still rent there.
Yeah, but I still have I have savings for probably 3 or 4 months. So yeah.
But I think about like Todd. He can only have like 2,000 in his bank account. The savings in your bank account, the savings you have don't affect it. You're still eligible for this.
But that all the nuances get lost in these conversations because social housing means a whole nother thing as far as I've understood in Denmark compared to the US.
Okay.
And also compared to Austria. Social housing in Denmark is not only for people who lost their legs or who are handicapped or something like that. It's basically open for everyone. But people the more fucked you are, the easier you have to get a place.
Right. And you weren't fucked up enough to stay in the homeless shelter, so they kicked you out of the homeless shelter. But you're you're still fucked up enough to qualify for this government housing.
That is because I have paid in the normal way to the waiting list for nearly a decade. basically 10 to 13 years or something like that. So there's different routes to the social housing in Denmark. It's via referral from the municipality. That is back in the day, it was basically for all people who are getting divorced or for some kind who needed to find a new place. But now there's stricter rules. So now it's basically primarily for people who are basically fucked, like really fucked. Or it is for people who have paid their subscription to the list for a lot of years. If you live in the municipality area, you need at least 10 years like me. But if you go to the countryside, there will be social housing available there for now for you to move in. And other places, there will be maybe 2 or 3 years.
Is this housing, this unit you're going to in September, it's in the same municipality you used to live in, or it's a different municipality?
No, it's nearly the same municipality, but it will be the Copenhagen municipality this time. It's in the outskirts of Copenhagen.
So it doesn't have to be the same municipality. I know it's close. It doesn't have to be in the same municipality. You're still eligible for housing in a neighboring municipality.
Yeah, because it's complicated, but different kind of property social housing organizations can have different social housings, different places. But the place I was paying my subscription to only have it in Copenhagen. But you can pay into a social housing organization that has housing in the whole country.
So now you've been on
No
this
way,
list.
stop. You can choose what you pay into. You only pay into Copenhagen, but were you in Copenhagen municipality? You can pick and choose where. You can choose all. You, for the past 10 to 13 years, you've been paying into Copenhagen specifically, or I don't understand.
No. It is outsourced. The lists are outsourced for private organizations that need to act according to a social housing law. But the members of this list needs to pay a yearly subscription. In Denmark, it's like 200 to 300 Danish crowns a year. And I've been paying that since I was like 18 or something like that.
And you don't choose to pay that. It comes out of your taxes. They just take it out.
No. You need to pay it from your own pocket. Yeah. So a lot of people.
So you knew years ago. Let me pay 200 and pay into this. Years ago, you decided to pay into this Copenhagen housing. You thought one day you might need it, or why?
That is normal in Denmark. Yeah, exactly. That is normal in Denmark. That is when you're 15, you can be admitted. You can pay for the list. Yeah. So a lot of people, especially in the Copenhagen area, they choose different organizations. I only pick one, but you can pick in Copenhagen area, there's probably 5 to 10. And then they pay the yearly subscription because the more years that you've been on the list, the higher priority you have.
Right. So so you don't pay automatically. You chose to pay into this Copenhagen housing list, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need to prepare. Yeah.
Why? Okay, that's good. Good foresight. But why did you pick Copenhagen? Why didn't you just do the whole country? Why specifically Copenhagen?
Yeah, but I found out how retarded people are when I lived in the shelter because. Yeah, but I just picked Copenhagen because I was. Because it's attractive, everything goes on in the big capital,
Right, but what you're saying is, were you 15 or how old were you when you chose to pay in? 15, 18?
I was around 80. I can't remember. It was like 18, 19, 20 or something.
You didn't have to, but you had enough foresight to say, I might need this one day. Let me pick Copenhagen. How did you know you might need? Yeah.
But it's quite normal in Denmark that people, when from their age of 15, they are allowed to be on the list, so they will just be passive on the list, but earn what's it called, infinity, or they earn points. The more points you have, the higher the list. But there's also more. What complicates this is that in certain areas there can be certain criteria you need to additionally fulfill to get an apartment. Or you can get more points. You can get a faster apartment if you have a clean crime record, if you have a full-time job, if you have university degree, you will get more points, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of rules in place, because they don't want to have areas where there's a lot of unemployed people. There's a lot of there's also in Denmark we have
right. But what I'm asking is, when you're a teenager, Why would you even think to do that? You didn't have to do it, but how old are you? Can I ask how old are you right now? You're 30 something? How old are you?
I'm in my mid 30s.
So back when you were like a teenager, you had enough wherewithal. You didn't have to do this, but you chose to sign up for this.
But parents, they typically from your 15 to 18, they pay for the children, and when the children become an adult, they need to pay. So that's okay. Where do you want to be a member of? But my mom and parents, they just told me, remember to become a member of some. And then I just chose this one in Copenhagen. I lived in a municipality up to Copenhagen, so I didn't think about it. I just said, yeah, I'm gonna live in the big city life and shit.
Right, but I'm saying you didn't have to, but it sounds like people choose to sign up with one of these government housing lists.
Yeah, it's quite normal. They prepare because you can't live with your parents forever, So
Well, when you're 18, you think you're in a good job and buy your own place, wouldn't need a housing list. You're saying a lot of people just know one day I might need housing, so they when they're 15 or teenagers, they sign up, even though they don't have to. You didn't have to, but now if you did not sign up, let's say right now you didn't sign up when you were a teenager, and they wanted to kick you out of the shelter. Could you say, hey, I'm not on any housing lists, I haven't paid into it? Would that help you stay in the shelter? What about people who don't sign up for this?
Yeah, no, it's one of the criteria for staying at the shelter is that you need to be a member of one of these organizations. So
it sounds like even though it's not mandatory, you got to know to do this just in case. Just in case you end up homeless one day. Okay.
Yeah. So the majority of friends I've grown up with are paying into this, despite maybe owning their own property or renting on the private market as I am now, because they know someday when they get old, they get divorced or something like that, they will, because the rules has changed so much that the municipality doesn't help people that are getting divorced anymore. It's like insurance for the future, and it's like $20 a year, so, and it's well worth it.
Okay, so if I were Danish, I'd hope to God I would know to sign up for this, and hope just in case I end up homeless one day. So it's a good thing you've been paying into this for 15 years or whatever it is.
Yeah, and I was passive on the list, and then I activated it when I arrived at the shelter. But I did, even with 10, 15 years, it's kind of hard in Copenhagen because everybody wants to live there. So there's a lot of members in Copenhagen. So, but so I got my first offer, and I was number 15 on the list, and all the other ones before me said no, and I said yes because I need an apartment, and I got it.
Okay, and by the way, let's say you were still living with your father. He didn't kick you out and sell the place. Could you change lists? Could you say, okay, back when I was 18, I picked Copenhagen. In the future, I'd rather live in, I don't know, what's another Danish city? I'd rather live in Jutland or something. Could you have changed lists, or you're forever bound to Copenhagen once you pick that one?
No, I'm bound to the organization I pay into, and the organization they can sign new agreements different places in the country, but the one that I am a member of only have in Copenhagen.
So you were basically bound to Copenhagen no matter what. Right.
Yeah,
I'm going to feed the cat real quick. Bro C wants to talk to you. Hasn't seen you in a while. But right back. I'm going to feed the cat. But okay, so basically you had no choice. You picked Copenhagen as a teenager. You're living in Copenhagen or nowhere. You picked, and the organization you picked was Copenhagen all the way, is what you're telling me, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
Now, are you only allowed to have one organization, or can you pick 5 or 6, pay into them all, and then one day you have more options?
Yeah, you can pay into as many organizations that you will like. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm actually paying into 2 right now because I would like a backup. I have one in Copenhagen and one.
Into 2. He's been paying to Copenhagen. I understand.
Well, he was just trying to explain. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because maybe I'm a little bit neurotic, but I would actually. I have one in Copenhagen. I'm getting an apartment now, and then I'm paying into one outside of Copenhagen, just outside, because maybe when I get old one day, I would like to go back to where I had my childhood, if that makes sense.
Okay, so when you were 18 or 19, you got on 2 lists, one for Copenhagen, one for outside of Copenhagen, and you've been paying your annual fee for like 15 years. And so now you've paid into it, you've built up time, you're guaranteed a place in Copenhagen. And I guess one day, if you want to leave Copenhagen, you're on this other list. You can just apply to that.
Yeah, I can do it like that, or I could. When you have these social housing, you're actually allowed to swap them for other social housing from other organizations. So let's say there was somebody on the countryside that was living on social housing, we could swap.
Yeah, but you would have to know that someone so you're living in Copenhagen, someone is living in the country. You have to know that someone wants to move to Copenhagen and you want to move to the country.
Yeah, but there's online groups for that and shit. Yeah.
Okay. Now, could you have 2 places? Could you have one in Copenhagen and one in the country?
No, that's not allowed. It's not allowed.
That's not allowed. Okay. So let's just say that you're living in Copenhagen, you're there for 5 years, and you want to switch. What's the process? Okay. Do you have to tell the unit, or you just find a person and switch, or how do you switch?
No, I need to find a person. I've not done this before, but you need to find. This is where the hole is. If I could come with some critique, this is where the hole is in the system right now, that people take advantage out of it. Because as far as you can swap with somebody who they just need to have a contract on the private market for their apartment, or something like that, and then what people do is that they swap with people they know. Let's say, let me give you an example. Let's say I have a friend who's renting on the private market, and I would like to swap with him because I'm moving outside of the country. Then he could get my social housing apartment, and I could go and live in his place for a couple of months and then end the contract, and I'm leaving the country. And then he just bypassed the 10, 20 years waiting list. But that is somewhat legal, yeah. So that is what people often do, especially within families and shit.
So if someone isn't on the list, if they don't pay into a list, they could someday swap with someone who was on the list.
Yeah, it's more complicated than that. Yeah, but that is, I think that will be. I see it as a hole in the law right now. Yeah, but people do shit like that. Yeah, with their
Okay. How do they bypass? If you okay, let's say you had a brother and you wanted to leave the country and your brother's on the list, you can give it to him and he would bypass anybody else waiting. He would get it automatically.
No, you need to swap. It's called like a swap, where you need to go live there where he has his place, and he can go and live where you have your place. And then I think it's after a year or something like that, he can take it over fully, and you get kicked out. But then he has the good place, and if you don't,
so if you hit the lottery, you make millions of dollars, and you say, okay, I won the lottery, I'm in this government housing. Hey, brother, you come live here. I'll live in your place. I'm a millionaire now. And then after a year, you can just live there. So all those other people waiting don't get it. Your brother would get it, and you're a millionaire, so you don't care.
It's something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
What do you mean? Explain. What does something like that mean?
Yeah, but I haven't looked into it because I have never done it before. But I know one of my friends. He had one of my friends, his mother. He was living with his mother in the countryside, and then her boyfriend had an apartment or something in Inner Copenhagen that was social housing and was big. Then they swapped social housing both was social housing. And then after 1 year, the one on the countryside that just moved to Copenhagen, after 1 year they swapped. The one guy ended his contract and had to move out. And then the other person that used to live in the countryside had a nice social housing apartment in Copenhagen. And then they
Right.
could continue that.
He assumed he was on the list. He got bumped ahead because he took over for the guy who was leaving.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of other small rules. You need to fulfill income, crime, education, and blah blah blah. So people who are fucked up, they can't take advantage of it. So you can't be a criminal or something like that. You need to have steady employment and shit like that.
Okay, fascinating how things work in different countries. We
Yeah.
like neat bucks talk about other countries. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
yes, yeah.
Very, very fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah, but I see that God have made you capable of walking a little bit. Is that correct?
I'm capable of walking-ish. I'm still capable. I never lost the ability to spurg out. I still know how to spurg out. You saw that if you were watching my grill stream earlier. I'll unprivate it later. I can still spurg out. We gotta get out of this house. We gotta find a place to. We couldn't do that. Like, if you get affordable housing, you can't rent it out, and you can't like give it to someone else who's on the list. It doesn't work that way in this country. So it's like a whole different concept to us. But fascinating.
Yeah. Okay. What about your nerves? You don't have nerve damage or anything weird from the accident?
I might need another surgery on my right, but I can't afford that right now. I got to go back to work. Eventually, my right foot, what happened was both ankles, left and right, broke. Left was normal. They fixed it up. Left is great. The right one required what's called a fusion. I'll type it for you. It was called a subtalar fusion. So the left was just a broken ankle. It healed. The right had a fusion. They fused there's the talus bone at the bottom of the leg, the talus. They fused it with the calcaneus, which is in the ball of the foot. The calcaneus, they fused them. So the right is worse off. The right got it worse. In addition, I'm starting to realize that in addition to the subtalar fusion, left was just a normal broken ankle. It healed. Right had this fusion of bones, the talus with the calcaneus. But in addition to that, they overlooked, I think I have what's called tarsal tunnel syndrome, which requires a brief surgery. Let me type it for everyone. So I had a subtalar fusion, but unrelated. I think there's also tarsal. You've heard of carpal tunnel in the hands. There's tarsal tunnel in the feet and the leg, where they do a minor surgery. They release the pressure on the nerve, because my right foot is constantly, I wouldn't say pain, but it's constantly like pins and needles. My 3 small toes don't move. The leg and ankle feels numb. And all the people I've seen since have said, yes, you had the subtalar fusion. That was one thing. Unrelated, you might have had overlooked tarsal tunnel syndrome, which is easily fixed, but it'll take you out of work for a couple of weeks. And I said, well, I got to go back to work. I can't afford this now. I might need another surgery, but I can't do that now because I can't say, hi, I need a job and I'm going to get a surgery. I'll be back. And I can't do that. So I might need an unrelated. I had the subtalar where they fused the 2 bones. It was that fucked up. They did that. That was one. Because that was so bad, they overlooked number 2, which might be tarsal tunnel syndrome, which is just a nerve that needs to be released. The surgery is not too bad, but it'll take me off my feet for a couple of weeks, and I can't afford that right now.
Okay, yeah, but how close are you to actually being able to work?
I gotta go back to. I don't know. It's the opposite. I can't say when can I work. I gotta go back to work and see how well I can handle it. I gotta go back to work ASAP, the coming weeks, because we got it. On paper, I'm not in government council housing. I need a job on paper. Yeah. Him alone won't do it. I need a job or neat bucks. I haven't been approved for neat bucks, so I got to get a job. I need some income. So I'm going to have to go back to work and try my best and see how well I can handle it.
What about, can you go into social housing or something?
Well, with us, it's hard. There's, at the federal level, U.S., there's something called Section 8. But in order to qualify for Section 8, you've got to already be officially disabled. I'm not officially disabled yet. I applied for official disabled. So Section 8, which is U.S., all of America, all of USA, I can't qualify for that until I'm approved by the Social Security for disability. Now, at the state level, we're in the state of New Jersey. They have something called affordable housing. And in order, so at the U.S. national, federal, American level, Section 8, I don't qualify yet because I'm not officially disabled by what we call our Social Security Administration. So Section 8 doesn't count. At the state level in New Jersey, they have what's called affordable housing, where you can't make too little and you can't make too much. My brother by himself makes too little. We don't qualify. If I had a shit job, the two of us together, we'd be just right. We'd be over, you can't make too little. We'd be over that, but we wouldn't make enough. Like, you can't make $1 million. So we would both be eligible for affordable housing. So I got to get a job, keep the job, apply for affordable housing, and then hope we get approved. One place we like said that it was like 7-8 months.
Yeah.
We don't have time because the landlord wants us out. So I don't know if we're going to a motel or trying to find a way, but I got to get a job on paper so I can apply for affordable housing. That's where I am. So there's USA, American government country, Section 8, not an option for me yet. I'm not disabled. I haven't gotten my meat bucks yet. But at the state level, what he makes and what I would make, we'd be just right. Right now, only he makes money. We're too low. We don't, it's not poor people housing, it's affordable. He's by himself. He doesn't make enough for affordable. He and I together would make enough for affordable, and we can, but then we have to be on a wait list. So yes, I got to get a job and apply for affordable housing in New Jersey.
Oh yeah. This sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm trying to explain it for people. I love hearing about different states and different countries, different parts of the world. I'm trying to explain it in a way you understand. Yes, we're Americans, USA. There's national, countrywide, federal. We call it the federal. There's also the individual states have their own things. I can't apply for U.S. Section 8 because I haven't been approved for meat bucks. But I could. Yeah. He and I together, if I had a shit job together, we can't have too little, can't have too much. We'd be just right for what the state of New Jersey calls affordable housing. So we're going to try to get to that, but I need a job. So I got to force myself to work, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to get what kind of work are you looking for?
Probably back overnight at a grocery store, but my brother said, don't go back to your old haunts. Meaning old places you've worked. I might go to some new grocery store. There's one, it's kind of far from here, but it's in the area we want to move to, so I might go for that one. So I got to get a job. I got to get a car so I can drive to the job because overnight I can't have you drive. So we're kind of fucked. We're doing everything backwards. I should have had a job, had a car, not had an accident, got a place to live, moved out of here. Instead, we're trying to buy a car without a job, move out of here without a place to go to a hotel, get a job, and then apply to affordable housing, which might take months. But yeah, so I got to get a job and keep a job and not get into an accident, not piss anyone off, hopefully not get run over or strangled or threatened. I had to keep a job for a little bit. So I have a job on paper to apply for what they call in New Jersey affordable housing.
I actually lived at the shelter. There was 2 people who had autism, and I don't want. Yeah, maybe you don't. I don't think you have autism.
Earlier I said, I think I have mental problems. I think I could have mental problems. And this bish here, Vegan Dolls, is like, you could have mental problems? Could. I think everyone here has something wrong with them, including her, including you, including my buddy Meatbanks. I think if you end up here, something's wrong. Yes. But the question becomes, like I was trying to tell, maybe it was Rafterman. I was trying to tell someone before, it's not about how fucked up you are. It's about how legally, legal on paper, how fucked up they say you are. Yeah. So I could be a total nut job, but if they say I'm normal, fuck. You could be crazy, but if you're a millionaire, you can be crazy. It doesn't. In other words, it's not about whether you're fucked up or not. It's about what they legally recognize you as having. I was trying to tell them that before. Yes, I'm a nutcase, but basically everyone here is a fucking nutcase, as we can see. But it doesn't matter whether I have autism or not. It's whether the official government says, yes, you are disabled. It's all about paperwork and legalese. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't think I'm autistic. What do you think I am? You think I'm something? You think I'm totally normal? I'm perfectly capable. I'm just faking it. What do you think? Other people are saying, you're a nut job. Ha ha ha. You're saying what? You don't think I'm a Spurg or what?
I don't want to be rude or anything, you
Be
know, but
rude. Speak your mind. I asked you. Dude, I asked you. Speak your mind. Go ahead. Speak your mind.
Be as rude as you
Like
want.
I told Me Banks before, if you were watching earlier, Joe, Me Banks, I said, just speak your mind. I won't be offended. I appreciate honesty better than playing games. So you got the floor. Speak your mind.
Yeah, I lived. There was like two autistic people. One of them were like quite autistic, and you just know when you see them because it's something with autism and spatial awareness that the way he was like walking, he couldn't like run. He couldn't. We played soccer and he couldn't run. It was like more like robotic, and it was like social cues and stuff was not like. But yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, it was like you just know it when you see it. But anyways, I just think that you lack like proper socialization, and I know that is nearly impossible with technology and modern society. But I realized that my depression was probably just being in this place with all kinds of weird people actually had a really positive influence on my depression. So I just think for me, I need to attend sports and shit like that, you know. Because just being in a social environment.
I'm not. You're speaking very vague. Please, I'm gonna get like I was getting angry with where the hell is he? Me Banks before. Don't speak cryptically. We're talking. You said okay, so you don't think I'm a Spurg. Do you think there's something wrong with me, or what? I'm a totally normal person who's just. What do you think? Speak your mind about me. Don't tell me about. Well, I knew a guy. You could tell he's sweet, couldn't run, but I think the modern. You're being too obtuse, man. You're pissing me.
I just think you're a victim of modern society with all the technology and the lack of proper low.
Well, then that's what I am. I'm a victim. I'll play the victim card. If I'm not a Spurg, I'm some kind of victim. But you know, all right. But you don't think I qualify for neat bucks, or you can be honest. I won't be offended. I just want your honesty.
No, I can't comment on that. I don't know the details and stuff and your legs and stuff and all this shit. So I don't know the system how it is there. But what I'm saying is that you don't come off as a Spurg online, really.
Well, I do wonder. I want to say one thing. I do also have ADHD, and I wonder. You got ADHD and Spurg. When someone has both, is the way it presents? It's not either. You've got an obvious Spurg, obvious ADD, ADHD. When the two intermingle, maybe you get like a third thing, which is me. So no, I won't look like a regular Spurg or a regular ADHD. I look like some weird hybrid. That's my theory. You can disagree, but I wonder if what you're seeing is we don't seem like a Spurg. Well, there's other things. I've shared my diagnosis. The two main ones are Spurg and ADHD, and I wonder if the two of those colliding create someone who does not present as Spurg or present as ADHD, but presents as something else, and actually has twice the problems, but it's not as obvious as with the Spurg only or the ADHD only.
Yeah. I actually, at the shelter, there was people with ADHD. There was a guy who had so much ADHD that I, for the first time in my life, saw that, okay, this guy cannot function in society. And maybe, when you take your ADHD pill, do you feel that you become more calm, or is it the opposite?
It's not a cure-all, but I do think the methylphenidate or Concerta, which is for ADHD, I think it does get me a little more focused. It's not a miracle, but it's better than nothing. What would you say?
Yeah, it does help a little.
It does, yeah.
For a short
more
term.
than anything else, the methylphenidate Concerta, it's not a cure-all, but it gives me a little kick, a little boost. Yes, I do see improvement with Concerta when used wisely and correctly and applied correctly. I do see a boost, not a miracle cure, but it definitely has a positive-ish effect. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You probably have some kind of ADHD then. So I'm happy that it has some a positive effect. Maybe that can help you when you go into the workplace. I don't know, but I can't comment on the depression, and it was also anxiety. I don't know. I think that you might have that.
Well, I think it's par for the course. I think if someone is a Spurg or ADHD or both or whatever, because they're so different to begin with, they're going to have all kinds of problems most people don't, which will lead to trauma, which can lead to depression. So it's like chicken or the egg. It's like a snowball. I don't think I was born depressed, but I think the way society's treated me has caused major depression. And all the milestones I didn't meet and all the things I can't accomplish on my own, I think these lead to depression. You know, it's you're not born depressed, but being ADHD and Spurg in modern society makes you depressed and causes trauma, which leads to the PTSD and avoidant and all that. But so I'm not saying I had that inherently. I'm just saying it was, it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you for joining us. Don't be a stranger. We were happy to have you. Brosy's getting tired. I'm also kind of tired because I got up, got drunk. I spurged out over. I've already forgotten about it. We went. Act 1 was the grill. Then we talked to Me Banks for a while, watch him simp over Cassandra. Then we talked to Denmark guy, which is great. We're gonna end it now. It's been about 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's about a little after 10 o'clock. You gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
We'll finish this up. I'm glad this is an outlet for me. Dominia might laugh, but I'm glad she's here. And Demian might say, "Hi, I'm busy. Bye." Okay. I think we're all nuts. It's like I am a nutcase, but if you're watching me, you're clearly nuts too. We've seen Rafterman going on about stupid questions again. We've watched. I love Draven. He's a good guy, but by his own admission, he's fucking nuts. Let's go back. I don't know who ... is. Because the stream died, but I was watching. And I'm like, okay, we got the broken clock totem. Yes, we're all listening to Denmark guy. If you're here, something's wrong. If you're watching me, something's wrong. I've learned about Me Banks 2 things. I forgot how wacky he came across because he hasn't been on almost 2 years. But I was watching him. I'm like, maybe this guy's. Maybe I should go easy on him. Maybe he's more fucked up than I realized. Yes, I know I'm fucked up. I've said many times. But if you have to point that out, you're probably even more fucked up. Is what I would say to Vegan Dolls. Totem, the broken clock again. Dominia, I love Dominia, but if you're I'm a fuck up. I'm mentally nuts. I've said this 1,000 times. I'm starting to realize if you watch me, maybe I'm holding these retards, these starlings, to too high a standard. Maybe I admire Draven for his honesty. Yes. Maybe like total like Me Banks and the others. It's like I forget how fucked up they are. Maybe it's my fault. I'm like, look, I think all these normies hate me. I'm a mental fuck up. I got to remember, I'm dealing with even bigger fuck-ups. But it's great to talk to Denmark guy. I'm glad he's doing well, given the situation. He's renting a room for some old people, and he's going to have what we call affordable housing, a council. What do they call it? A council flat. He's going to have that mid-September, so he says. Don't be a stranger. We'd like to see him again. Well, that's the thing here. We're all fucked up, and I always tell people, don't be ashamed. That's why I love Draven. He's very honest about his fuck-uppery. I've been honest about my fuck-uppery. We've talked about Brosy being Spurg adjacent. Some people come here. I guess that's part of it too. I think they're normies because they deny their fuck-uppery. Then I go back and observe, and I say, wait a minute. I'm not even trying to be an asshole. It's like, oh yeah, Me Banks was on, but it's been 2 years. I go back and watch. Maybe Me Banks is fucked up. Maybe I forgot. I forgot how fucked up this bitch was. Even her, I forget. Sometimes I forget. I think I'm the fuck up. I admit it. I'm the mental fuck up. I admire guys like Denmark guy, Draven, who say we're fucked up. But when people come here pretending to be normie, and then I realize, what, you guys are even more fucked up than I am. It's like I'm giving them too much credit. So maybe that's my fault. I still stand by my criticisms, but I welcome everyone. I've never been the type to ban anyone just because. If you're getting hung up on anyone who comes here, you've already missed the point of this goddamn stream. But then again, I'm honest about my fuck-uppery. Maybe these people not being honest throws me. If Me Banks was honest and said, I don't want to meet you, I'm here to see Cassandra, but I'm fucked up too, I'd say, okay, he's a fuck-up. I guess I'm still too literal in my taking people at face value. But it was good to talk to Denmark guy. I'm going to let Brosy have the last minute or two. I'm sorry about today. We'll get over it. We will grill again. Today was just a bad grill, but we got to get serious. Maybe it was a good thing it happened. The food came out good, but more importantly, we got to get shit done. All right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 3.5 hours. I didn't think we'd be on this long, and I didn't even know what would happen or where it would go. He got a little agitated and animated before, but He seems to have calmed
Well, the
down.
main thing was it was such a bad grill that I said, let's have like a post grill stream where we try to bury the hatchet and flesh it out. Then somehow it became a Me Bank stream. I didn't see that, but you never know where she was. Then Denmark, I was so happy to see Denmark guy again because you, Dumb, several others, we were like, we're happy Denmark guy. He's still not. We were happy to see Denmark guy again. It was good to see him. I'm like, oh, good. So good to hear he claims he's doing well. Don't be a stranger. Maybe another month or so he can come back on and tell us if he's moved into his government housing or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, then I think that's it.
Wow, you're still on. Horse the Normie, who's playing video games while his 7-year-old girl is, playing a doctor with a neighbor boy, but he thinks she's coloring in her room. Yes, I'm glad you were able to hit pause on your video game for 1 minute to say, oh, you're still on. Thank you. Or said, even the normies who come here seem kind of fucked up. I was talking about, I got to remember, I'm dealing with fucked up people. Oh, God. Case in point. No, tonight wasn't a chart. We got angry over the logistics of grilling, but the meat itself came out delicious. So when this dude shows up, it's time to say goodnight. All right. I'm sorry, she's 8. My apologies. She's not 14 yet. If she were 14, she'd be fucking her boyfriend in the basement. You'd have no idea. You'd be too busy playing video games. Anyway, I'm just teasing. We'll get off now, and we'll call it here, and we'll do this again. And hold on. How do I end this? Hold on. All right, I want Brosty because I was an ass. Sorry, I didn't mean it. I was an ass. Well, I'm getting tired too. We've been on 3.5 hours.
All right. We're out.
No, you got to end it. I've said my piece. What's your piece?
I got nothing much to say. All right.
What do you want to do going forward the next few days? Do you want to talk to the landlord? I got to get a car. What are we doing?
Yeah, let's work on getting that car. You got.
That's part of the problem. As much of an asshole I am, if you look at it, Brosi is a good worker. Doesn't have any problems. He does his thing. He's a big help. I'm lucky to have him. But when it comes time to what's a plan, you see me doing nothing, but I have ideas. He's just like, oh, here's for this. Here's for that. Let's grill. That's my criticism. We kind of need to, because it's almost like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but seriously, you really have nothing to say, or do you want to talk about this tomorrow when you're more awake and sober? Or?
Well, you clearly want me to say something.
No, you can say, I think you're 1,000% wrong. I'll take you to work. You're going to work there. Or I do want to get that job. Get the car. I want some kind of like your thoughts on our situation. Fuck these idiots. I'm talking about.
Like I said, you're gonna have to look into the insurance quote again and get that car so you can go drive to that job.
Right. And I've always said, if I'm an asshole, go bye-bye. Don't need to talk to you. I think the problem, as I was saying before, like, I'm not trying to knock Me Banks and the others, but I forget how big assholes they are. I'm always like the self-doubt, the self-guilt, this. I'm like, wait, I'm an asshole, a mental case, streaming to even bigger asshole mental cases. I forget that sometimes. Thank you for reminding me, Matthew. I forget. You're a good reminder. I'm glad you're here. All right. So let's end this now. Occupational click. And your name is Steve?
I think that's what they said.
And I'm Anton. Steve, Anton, Normand, Maynard. I'm Norman, James. My middle name is James. The third, whatever we are.
Yeah, okay.
The Click Brothers out. We'll do this again, but we got to cut the cable.
Yeah,
We're not going to cut the cable. No, I'm more concerned about cables and P.O. boxes and this shit, not grilling. You know what I mean? Well, it's my fault.
Yeah, all right. That's it.